that end up with the Baksha and the Freya together. It doesn't help that you also have the Revitalize on the side of the line. Even Gatankasha has built in
I don't give a damn
stupid amounts of regen and spell them through an enhanced basic attack.
It's just too much might be overwhelming.
There's no dominance ice yet for... Oh, just when I said it. Okay, there it is. There's the dominance ice for Flap.
There you go.
Glowing Wand for Haji along with the Magic Lantern. Dominance Eyes for Open. It's like they have the tools, but again, it's just the unfortunate scenario they find themselves in. It's still not enough.
It's kind of hard to use those tools when you have like a Valkyrie literally swinging in front of your face. I can kind of, you know, sympathize with their dilemma. But at the same time, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's a big question. Like, how do you handle this guy?
I can't. I always ban the Freya.
You always
Jumps in, starts swinging. Oh my god, she's hot!
What do we do?
What do we do? You can't do much. The reason why against Alter Ego that pick was never given to Arby again.
That's a painful part. Let's see if they can kind of remedy that. Again, one of the ways that you can do it is maybe catch him by surprise.
But he has a Purify.
That's how the Purify. That's what I was gonna say next.
There's no surprising Dominkite.
Yeah, if hey man, if Falcon somehow solves this, that's crazy. We're gonna have to break down how they do.
Falcons last season was the only one to come back from a 13,000 gold deficit.
That's true. That's also true.
They were the only loss of Aurora, so never count them out. Lord here, quickly taken by the Northern Lights. No dice because they will take it. And the answer, they pop Edward first. Then comes the rest of Aurora after Haji's better air strike. They jump down on the Dominkite. Dominkite underneath 3. The snap falls. Light still wailing away. Kyle at half health does not have the Phantom Sting. Gets taken down by Yue. Dominkite finds him, serving up a kill to Yue. Double kill. More stacks for the mid lane wizard.
They are too damn tanky.
Too much. I also see the problem because Yue is flying alongside Dominkite. So if you're Flap caught in between that, who do you pick? Who do you target?
Oh my
it's so hard.
Haji gets caught, and they're in the base. Aurora have a Lord marching through. That's all she wrote. Game 1 goes to Aurora.
At the end, the numbers make it look like a one-sided win, which it did. Falcons did almost everything right after some early game flops. But the nature of the lineup that they were up against, the signatures and the comforts, Rora made that look too clean.
That was just way too clean for comfort here. Falcons, again, there's not really much wrong with what they're doing. It just feels like they want to do certain things, but they don't really have the tools to do it. They do not know how to answer this Freya. There was just zero fight against him. It felt like Dominkite could do whatever he wanted on the map. He could spray paint whatever. No one was there to police him.
Yo,
I thought
wow. Is that a Dominkite lookalike?
It's the dumbing double.
Hey, very important figures in history always had body doubles.
At the very least, for safety. Right?
Today is that day off for the dumbing double.
He just wanted to enjoy it.
He doesn't need to worry, he can enjoy the game.
The FPL arena is a safe space, even for big celebrities.
Yeah.
That's amazing to see. So,
The fate of all
yeah, let's try to break
oppose
this
me.
down. I'm gonna pose a tough question. What could they have done to actually stop that rampage from Aurora?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I rarely want to say that on broadcast, but okay, we have to acknowledge that the first turtle fight for Falcons went terribly.
Oh,
and if it maybe was a different story, they could have probably delayed the farm on Yue, delayed some progress onto the Freya, delayed some progress onto Demonkite. But we saw that even though they lost Turtle 1, they still got to climb back somewhat and even out some things. They were being able to dish out some damage back to Aurora and punish them for the takes that they wanted to get. But it's one of those scenarios where you can't even pin it down on the draft, even though as much as we say, hey, they got Gatot, they got Baksha, they got Freya. You can say in a way that's a bad draft, but then Falcons were making it look like they could play through that quote-unquote bad draft. It's one of those scenarios where you just have to admit the team on the other side of you is just that damn good.
When my
They
conquest is
maximize
complete,
all of the self-regen that
then
each
I
of their
will rest.
abilities, each of their heroes have. The space they provided for Yue for him to go Deathless and get this MVP game. Look at Yue being able to just freely hit. Even though Haji was trying to hit him with a feathered airstrike, there were too much other figures that immediately to focus down on too. So much frontliners from Rora just diving, healing for the king of the lineup, which is the Kimmy, or dare I say the queen of the lineup, which is the Kimmy. And look, Yue, almost in all of these highlights, barely went below 50% health.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? Like,
He had backups on backups for that front line.
he had 3 backups.
Yeah.
A backup for a backup of a backup.
Like Batman.
Yeah, and that's a fighter emblem Kimmy too.
So yeah, Yue just had a fun time here. It didn't feel like he was under any threat. At least if I was playing that Kimmy, it didn't feel like I was under any threat whatsoever for a majority of this game. Despite how scary a Farsa is against the Kimmy,
You know
right?
what? Just to boil it down, I think Falcons had a good set of tools. It's just the wrong job for it.
Yeah.
The wrong job.
Exactly. It's like, you're better with the analogy, so maybe you can come up with one. I can't think of one right now.
That's the
pretty
analogy.
perfect. That's
You don't
pretty
have to
perfect
put an
already.
analogy to the analogy.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say it's like you brought a hammer to fix a computer.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds pretty good. You came up with that one.
Yeah, you have a nail and you brought a screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll do the job.
You can technically do it.
Yeah, but
It's just 10 times more difficult.
because
Yeah.
even roll to roll, you know, like, oh, Kyle on the Leomord, that's good.
Yeah.
Haji on the Farsa, that's good.
Because look, Super Marco got to outdamage every member of Rora. He dealt almost 60,000. No one even crossed the 40,000 damage threshold on the side of Rora.
So they've got the tool, they've got the damage.
They have the damage, but
They
again,
it's just not sticking.
it's too tanky. And it's funny because there's Dominance Ice, there's Glowing Wand. They built anti-heal, but it's just the nature of the heroes that you're up against. It's too much.
Overwhelming.
It's overwhelming amounts of tankiness and self-preservation.
After that game, we just gotta take a sip.
I gotta take a sip.
Gotta take a
Mine or is
break.
that yours?
Water break.
I believe. All of these
Very-
half-sip bottles, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
you.
That's
I
me,
hope I
that's
did
me.
get one.
That's me,
Because you
that's
know what?
me.
Sip Purified Water is filtered through volcanic rocks that crisp, clean taste that quenches like no other. So watch these fine gentlemen quench that first and go ahead and take your own sip. Ooh.
I'm quenched.
I will do that as well
That's
in
empty.
a
That's-
few moments.
All right, I'll take care of this.
Yeah,
You see
go
the
ahead.
max 5D on stage? The very chair that these players are sitting on? That's clever engineering, keeping these teams locked in. No distractions, just pure performance. Brought to you by TT Racing Philippines. We have your back, and by we mean they. TT Racing Philippines.
Because we don't have chairs. They do. Yeah.
No, wait, we also have chairs.
No, I mean, we don't have chairs to give.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
I don't even have my own chair, so
I don't have my own
what
chair.
would I give?
That's right. We don't have any chairs to give except racing. Thank you so much. And super fans, did you know that men are 5 times more
It's
prone
the
to
Dominic-
dandruff? It's a Dominic double!
Power up with Clear Man. Its triple cooling power gives you 100% dandruff-free hair for that ultimate fresh feeling. Supercharge with Clear.
Oh man.
Oh, what a bonus. He gets a day off and he gets a full bottle of Clear.
This is the best Clear Man winner we've gotten all season long.
He owned it.
He owned it. He walked down that red carpet.
Good stuff.
Passes on.
He's still doing it right now, by the way.
He's still
as
doing
we're
it.
speaking, you see here? As we're doing it, he's
He
still
ain't done.
flexing.
He ain't done, bro.
That's a damn crime that we cut him off for like 10 seconds quickly.
Why couldn't we keep it on longer onto the Doming double, man?
He deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it. That dude
You
was
see
like
us week in, week out.
Yeah.
How often you see Oh, to be fair, whenever he's in public, it's a
What?
doming double we're looking at.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably a full-time job. So it's a very... Congratulations to the Doming Double for getting the Clear Man super care package.
Right.
There you go. So, damn, it's been a... I think people tend to forget how strong Yue can be on the Kimmy, but
Yeah.
let's not forget
He's
that...
reliable.
Let's not forget that scary Freya, man. I think it still deserves that red side slot.
Yeah.
Red side ban.
Man, it's like Aurora looked at Alter Ego and went, I think we could do something like that too for us.
Maybe better.
Yeah, it's like they picked up their learnings from that time.
Their own little flavor for it.
Yeah. So let's go. Of course, we have the massive shout out to our roarers for watching and joining us in the Infinix watch parties in Pampanga, Cebu, and Davao last night.
Ayong gabi to all y'all.
Hey, that's how you say it.
And
Exactly.
however they say it in Kapampangan.
So go ahead and keep supporting our world champions to take on Team Falcons. Roarers, keep shining on, ladies and gents. Look at that. So good. And there's so many. You know what's always shocks me about Aurora fans?
What?
They're just everywhere.
They are.
When you see them, they're always grouped up in like at least a minimum of 20 people, 30, 50 people.
of handling Edward.
Hey, the world is saying a majority still with the M7 World Champions, but Falcons draft ain't so shabby.
You gotta agree. You gotta agree. It looks good for Roar.
Handling Edward.
And in fear,
Yeah, we go back and restabilize after the trade in mid.
Yeah, restabilizing is very important, especially right now that we're all waiting for those level 4s, especially for Falcons here.
Kyle comes in, calls in Barbiel off the short end.
by a bird call, I was
And
led to
back.
the
Again,
underworld.
20 seconds off the
And in
turtle.
fear,
Have it
should
when the
King
day happens.
Yama tremble.
We get it first. Edward not get level 4. Flap's gonna get there. They're gonna get the EXP grab. Last hit. Oh, good fuck. That was a timely block by Flap.
That was decent, actually, yeah. And these small things will actually really add up over time. We'll see that happening on the bottom side of the map, though. It's a completely different story. Marco's having a rough time.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss that 1-1. I think he was having a hard time, yes, but he punished Domikite enough to send him back.
Yeah, it denies him from being able to join. And look at how Haji even positioned in the right bush mid. He was expecting that Domikite would be rotating, but because of how Super Marco handled it, Domikite had to go back. But Domikite will make it here.
In comes Oakwood with an airstrike from Haji. Repositioned, it's still Edward. How the hell did he get that? Takes down Kyle as well. And they push back the rest of the Falcons to the nest. Aurora in the snap wins.
And pushing it back, despite Marco being in the very prime position to actually take that attack. Very impressive. Edward really took it, and I'm looking for the retry. Where'd the retry go?
Yeah, it looked like both retries came out too early. There was still a lot of health at one point. I think it was around 700, 800.
In comes Light, taking care of Flash. Gets the kill.
Yeah, so this is what Wolf was saying earlier. Aurora are a very opportunistic team. Give them an opening and they're going to go ahead and quite literally dive under your turret just to go and grab it. The Falcons go for some counter jungling, trying to steal the Golem away from the Aurora side. Try to chase up Kyle a little bit in terms of the farm, but Light and Yue will be able to drive them back, but they still get the Golem. Edward takes a lot of gold though up top.
A lot of damage on the Kyle. He will be able to call in Barbiel. Save himself from the damage. Light is dropping. Flap is taken down off camera. Open right in the face of Yue gets popped. And that was difficult. 2 free kills for Aurora.
Yeah, it's a lot of off-cam kills as well, I gotta say. There's a lot of kills happening here from unexpected places.
Yeah.
And very impactful to that.
Oh, Light taking care of the flanks.
We've seen this happen earlier.
Backing out. He has some support from Kyle, but I don't think that's enough.
Light and Yue have been controlling this game for Aurora. Light's been really maximizing the unbreakable taunts. And they're not afraid to trade. They're so aggressive with it, which is what you want to see when you're going up against a lineup that has a Farsa having to dance a weird dance in the map with managing minion waves in mid, trying to see if he can join. He's not completely connected with Ogwin.
Yeah, look at that Edward comfort on that Lapu Lapu as well, right? Right now, there's a lot to be had, or a lot to be desired for Falcons mid trio, but other than that, I feel like the side laners are actually having a pretty decent time for Falcons.
Except Flap. Dude, that's already.
Except Flap, yeah, sorry.
So he's deciding to cut. They're going to push up top. They're going to get a bit of gold there alongside Kyle, as they know that, okay, cross-map trade for Falcons Aurora.
Falcons have accepted the difficult truth that they cannot touch this turtle. They are protecting the purple just in case as well. And there's a whole lot of gold Kyle is getting on top lane.
So far, at the bottom side of the map, though.
Can Ogwin get the perfect tsunami slam? They will give up the shields on the tier 1. And in comes the rest of them. Domikite survives, but only for a second longer. He is taken down by Haji. Down goes Light as well. Falcons dogpiles on the front line of Aurora.
Flicker, feathered airstrike for the KDA machine. Capping off that damage, Light and Domikite alongside the rest of Aurora get punished, and Falcons will be able to push Marco out of his lane, and he can now join the rest of Falcons for a full 5-man aggressive rotation.
For the looks of it, it feels like Haji will not play this Farsa in the conventional way, right? He's just doing it more like as a secondary artillery at this point. He's really relying so much on Kyle and Ogun to get something started first. And it's actually serving Falcon relatively well in that last one. I wonder if they can keep doing that, though.
Let's see. Domikite, though, has been high impact on this very early on. Aurora will still be able to get the push out in the bot. Oh, Kyle?
He does still have no ult, actually. It's cooled down. It's off of it. They do come on top of him. And they get Light. In comes Flap. AOG coming in, stopping the exit. Feather Man strike back underneath tier 2. A lot of damage put onto the front lines of Aurora once more. Edward will survive off of the exit, the dash through the land shaker.
As a 5-man unit, it feels like Aurora is just like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
क्या
Coming
बचा
in
है
this one.
फारसा में?
I really thought that could have been way worse for Falcons, but it's because they were ready for it. Flap was already on his way down, Super Marco as well. Haji has been great with repositioning with this Farsa, and I have to give it to Ogun and Kyle. They are playing around Haji. Despite Kyle being, of course, the jungler, the Leomord, they're playing through the Farsa instead.
Yeah, this is very unique. Not as much pressure, I would say, on Kyle to get things started because, you know what, Ogun's very happy to take that mantle. But, again, Purify is just making it so hard for this Kalea to actually pop off as much as we thought it would.
Yeah, you want to stop the Freya, but it takes so much to get onto her. Dominkai takes that turtle. Demon Kai takes that turtle scot-free. 3 for 3, 100% for the Northern Lights. And the Falcons are still looking for that opportunity. It's a slow climb towards equal footing.
Back here, thinking, where's the catch gonna happen here?
By a bird call, I was
Cut
meant
out,
to the
Trigger's
underworld.
back.
And
He
in
has her
fear,
from
should
flag.
King Yama
Running away,
tremble.
Torrent form. Looking for the crowd control. Keeping them underneath tier 2. AOG, blows off with descent. Got a crew crowd control coming in. Down goes Flap. Where's the damage? Better airstrike plus Kyle coming through. Taking down Light. One more kill for Falcons. Edward goes down. They take down Kyle. Demon Kite jumps in. That holy shield pops. 3 for 2. Still a winning trade.
क्या tank
for
कर रहा
the
था?
7 world champs.
They are so tanky and they deal so much damage to boot. Falcons handled that extremely well, but Aurora, even though it looked expensive, they lost 2. They still got the turret, and that was still a heat check. The Falcons telling them, you guys don't have enough damage to melt through the Basha and the Freya.
Yeah, we posed that question earlier. What can they do to actually answer this Freya? It looked like they were doing it for the first part, but then again, that sustained damage coming in from Aurora is just unbearable.
Yeah.
There's not much they can do about it.
The Revitalize was clutch. Kyle's entry, the
Farsa का
knockback
skin
was
was था?
great. But then even right under their Demon Kite and Domin Kite together, it's a lot. Hence why this Freya has really been on everyone's radar ever since the M7 World Championship, and Domin Kite still continues to show his mastery with it. And of course, Demon Kite's comfort with Rora, with Basha.
Oh, traction pulse from Yue. Flushing them out of that small brush. Falcons struggling to keep even this orange away from the hands of Aurora. Where's the retribution? Kyle gets it with the help of a momentum. A little bit of a room to breathe for Falcons.
I don't know if this is a silver lining or a very unfortunate reality for Falcons, but you guys see what I'm seeing, right? They're pretty much handling the fights well. They're man marking, they're maximizing their crowd controls, their dashes, everything, but it just seems like they're getting right up there.
Are you saying that they're doing it right, but it's still not enough?
Exactly.
That's right. It feels like Aurora's just doing it like 20%, 10% better. At least, you know, they're doing the right things.
And they're getting 100% of all the big objectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All turtles, all lords for Falcons, and look at the level difference. They don't have enough damage just yet on Haji. He only has a glowing wand. Haji had to rotate out of lane a lot, and it also didn't help that, of course, all the objectives went to Aurora, meaning that even if Yue wasn't in lane as often, he was still getting the gold through the rest of the team.
Uh-oh. They're going to try to bear down on the Falcon Demon underneath tier 2. AOG. Valkyrie's Descent. Cascading ults coming through. Better air strike. Flap very low. Flap gets taken down by Domin Kite. They do trade for light. 1 for 1 so far. Super Marco wailing away at Demon Kite. Popping that poisons. They're happy with the turret.
Yeah, it seems as much as you can do to try to answer individual people who are diving. What do you do if all of them are doing it at the same time? I think they don't really have the tools to do that.
That right there is a snapshot of where they are in this game, where Yue alone doesn't care that he's right in front of 4 members of Falcons in front of their base.
No fear whatsoever.
Yeah, no fear. He knows that they can't engage on him. He knows that they can't jump on him. Again, Falcons handled that well, but it's the lineup diff. It's the Freya and the Basha together.
Is Marco not there just yet? Oh, that
Not
is the
quite.
Phantom Seed from Kyle calling it in to help defend against his Lord. Putting that tier 3 up top, down to a third of its health. Oh, Flap looking to punish Domin Kite from cutting through too deep as Demon Kite takes Kyle's lunch money.
Maybe that can change later the moment Marco gets a Malefic gun. He is starting to build up into it. He has a Fury Hammer locked in already with alongside the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, it should help out with the range. That means he can position himself a little bit further in the back to get distance between him and all the divers of Aurora. But yeah, it's the same old story for lineups that end up with a together. It doesn't help that you also have to revitalize on the side of light. Even Gacha has built-in stupid amounts of
Healing.
regen and spell vamp through an enhanced basic attack.
It's just too much might be overwhelming here.
There's no dominance ice yet for... Oh, just when I said it. Okay, there it is.
Locked in.
There's the dominance
Flap
ice for
for
Flap.
Flap. There you go.
Glowing Wand for Haji along with the Magic Lantern. Dominance Eyes for Ogwen. It's like they have the tools, but again, it's just the unfortunate scenario they find themselves in. It's still not enough.
It's kind of hard to use those tools when you have like a Valkyrie literally swinging in front of your face. I can kind of, you know, sympathize with their dilemma here. But at the same time, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's a big question. Like, how do you handle this guy?
I can't.
Yeah.
I always ban the Freya.
You always.
Jumps in, starts swinging. Oh my god, she's hot!
What do we do?
What do we do? You can't do much! The reason
Not
why,
really much.
the reason why against Alter Ego that pick was never given to Arfi again.
That's a painful part. Let's see if they can kind of remedy that. Again, one of the ways that you can do it is maybe catch him by surprise.
But he has a Purify.
Does have the Purify. That's what I was gonna say next.
There's no surprising Dominkite.
Yeah, if hey man, if Falcon somehow solves this, that's crazy. We're gonna have to break down how they do.
Falcons last season was the only one to come back from a 13,000 gold deficit.
That's true. That's also true.
They were the only loss of Aurora, so never count them out. Lord here, quickly taken by the Northern Lights. No dice because they will take it, and the answer, they pop Edward first. Then comes the rest of Aurora after Haji's better airstrike. They jump down on the Dominkite. Dominkite underneath 3. Then Flap falls. Light still wailing away. Kyle at half health does not have the Phantom Sting. Gets taken down by Yue. Dominkite finds him, serving up a kill to Yue. Double kill. More stacks for the mid lane wizard.
They are too damn tanky.
Too much. I also see the problem because Yue is flying alongside Dominkite. So if you're Flap caught in between that, who do you pick? Who do you target?
Oh my
It's so
god!
hard.
Haji gets caught! And they're in the base! Aurora have a Lord marching through! That's all she wrote! Game 1 goes to Aurora!
At the end, the numbers make it look like a one-sided win, which it did. Falcons did almost everything right after some early game flubs. But the nature of the lineup that they were up against, the signatures and the comforts, Rora made that look too clean.
That was just way too clean for comfort here. Falcons, again, there's not really much wrong with what...
If you want another source of basic attack damage, you go Moscow for Claw. So that's like my best 3 options right now for Dominkite. I still really don't see the vision of them going for Fighter Gold or even like a Yi Sun Shin Gold.
I wouldn't put it past it.
Okay, you mentioned it. I think Eastern Shin is good too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys think YSS is good for this one?
For the Northern Lights? Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have enough of a front line in the Fred and the laps.
Yeah.
They got so much freedom.
Yeah,
Because
well-
the Usage will also kind of just take attention alongside the... It'll be a little bit difficult to lock down.
Well, I get outvoted here, y'all. I will I will conserve. Concede.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
But would you overthink it? Like, would it not be easier to just Claude here? That's an easy answer, right?
Considering you don't see the rope. Oh wait, no. Actually, if Joe doesn't get picked up here, there's a case for Ogwen to take it for himself. Because if that still is a Cho game for Aurora, actually we saw a bit of it earlier. Cho, Lapu, Fred, great crowd control. That's a deadly combo.
Sun rises when I give the word.
Huh?
No Cho for light
Oh.
today.
Okay.
I want to go for that big wombo setup.
Yeah, they needed to go a little faster.
Yeah. Okay. Kali Kimi. Ah, yeah. The other options that we posed were quite.
So are they gonna allow the Gatot over the Aurora, the Falcons?
With a lineup like this, basically triple bruiser lineup here for Aurora, it feels like Dominkite's gonna go for a really hard carry, hard carry. Not necessarily a carry. Sorry, I misspoke on that one. Most likely a Claude or carry.
Hey, speaking of Gary, Marco can play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. The OG. I feel like he's the OG carry, honestly.
Yeah, his game 1 carry wasn't bad at all. Like I couldn't knock it.
Cho carry. What if Rora tried to make the Leslie work again later? Oh, it's Kalea instead of the Cho. Kalea carry.
It does almost exactly what the Cho does.
Yeah.
So pretty much works the same way.
Is it just a Claude, or are we gonna see something funky like the Leslie or... Okay, she's not really funky, but Obsidious also
Okay.
also still a choice. Actually, Obsidian came in with the Kali, Lapu, Fredrin, that's pretty nasty.
You can do it. You can basically get away with the Obsidian
Yeah.
here, I think.
I would rather Moskov.
Moscow is like the easy answer as well.
What? Why,
Claude.
why the
Moscow.
Claude or Moskov.
Fire DC on fighters.
Whoa!
Crazy.
Really?
There you
I mean, they
go.
are playing through
who's
the Kimi.
next?
Whoa!
1-1.
Welcome back, a debut pick for 1-1 in Season 17.
All right. What do you think about that? Wasn't even our thought process.
Weirdly enough,
The
I have to be
southern
like this,
seas are
better than the
mine.
Obsidian.
Oh yeah.
I think into a lineup
Man.
like Falcons drafted, this is a better pick
It will go online faster.
for sure, and it
Yeah.
saves itself from Ogwin.
Yeah. And Falcons is lacking range.
Muscle of
I mean,
iron.
To be fair,
Bones
1-1
of
does need to get
steel.
somewhat close to all of that, but... 'cause
We
the
shall
1-1
stand
isn't the only
fast
carry. You're
to
also
the
really playing
very
through the
end.
Kimi. And maybe this is just a matchup preference for Dom and Kai. Let's see if them picking up the 1-1 is because Doming realized, oh, wait, sometime maybe in one of the scrims that 1-1 beats carry in lane, we'll see in the laning phase.
And there's no imminent burst.
Yeah.
There's no way for the 1-1 to just get deleted off the map so she can
Hope will
try to
find a
revive.
way.
Yeah, and if they
Even
want
when all is
that
forlorn.
burst, it has to be through a very aggressive play from the Valentina. Putting yourself at risk just to try and whittle down the health of that 1-1.
Yep. Not necessarily a dark continent pick, but definitely not what we expected. Coming in here, Aurora in game number 2.
incarnate.
Go ahead and look at the possibility here of a really hard carry 1-1. I miss one.
Whoa! Oh, damage on the Ogwin here.
Ouch.
Can Light finish the job? Light jumps on the Haji. Haji covering Ogwin's tail. He's fine.
Light and Yue look so comfortable with trading in mid when Yue has the Kimi.
It's like, it's so reliable, right? Yue plus Kimi.
Yeah.
Whoa! Flat blocking Edward from joining that eminent fight, waiting
Yeah.
to break out once again.
見せてやる
It
よ
looks like it is confirmed. It's
車輪ガン
difficult
の
for the
本
carry
当
to
の
catch
力
with
だ
this 1-1.
Alright.
Even before all... Wait.
I am
Once more,
sovereign
Ogwin
of
takes
the
a base
abyss,
full
the slayer
magical
of
blasts
gods.
from Yue. Light, quick sand guard into that rush. Ogwin jumps on in.
Canonically the deadliest stormtrooper ever.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the first order is very proud.
They
of their
always
grunts.
hit. This one always hits.
Oh! Oh! Forced to flicker on out. A lot of damage from Haji. Ogwin going hunting, jumps in, and takes the right passive hits.
That was beautiful coming in from Ogwin.
Yeah.
And that was even more than you expect from Nakalea, right? Sometimes you don't have someone
Welcome
near you.
to the
Nakalea
greatest
just,
mag show of
backs
all
off.
time.
Ogwin wanted blood.
Yep.
Both junglers will be level 4. Kyle goes into the jungle of Aurora to get the lizard. And he will be able to get this alongside Flap. He has to give that to Flap though, so he is level 4. He does. And it looks like Falcons will have a better advantage for Turtle 1 as Edward will be delayed.
Nice try, Habibi.
Nice. It's been a while since I've heard that, by the way. Love that sticker again.
Oh.
So, here we go.
Falcons starting up quick and strong. Flap. Face checking into Demon Kite. In comes the rest of them. They pop Kite. The celebrity is down. The retribution on Kyle is good. He's on his steed. And they might take down Lightning Andrews. Yes, as Haji helps Ogwin escape. Oh my lord. Flat man-to-man defense on Edward. Edward versus 2. Haji gets a double.
Yeah, gets away with the skin of their teeth. Falcons actually gets out pretty much scot-free with a kill with a turtle.
Dear God, 2K up?
Yep, 2,000. A lot of big wins there for Falcons, and everything is going right. The management of the rotation, the takedown onto Light early on by Ogwin, the second death onto Khalid, Flap hitting level 4 before the Lapu Lapu. And on top of all that, Marco was able to double in mid.
Oh, Flap has Light on his tail. Can you see Demon Knight as well? Fortunately, he makes an exit towards the right. Oh, if he went the other way, oh man, Demon Knight would have worked for it.
Yeah. I think that was very fortunate he decided, I'm just going to go straight through here. I'm not going to try to go around through the
That
jungle.
was a fork in the road.
Yeah.
Ogwin marches into Light. Light's not ready to fight.
Yeah, they're catching everyone that kind of just crosses the river here, so Falcons have pretty good river control. Making sure that Aurora can't really exert themselves across the map. And I think that's already step 1 of containing and controlling our current world champion.
After the initial rough trading for Marco in lane, he now has a comfortable, almost 400 gold lead over Dominkite actually. That also comes from the fact that Falcon's got the turtle, but
snake.
yeah, pretty much a carry zone game lane now.
Open hit with that taunt. Answers back with a tsunami slam, forcing a defensive rampaging sandstorm, light quicksand guard into the pixel brush.
Yeah, it's one of those trades that's just crazy. Like, seconds for the turtle to spawn. So if both roamers are going to be going into that without the ultimate, it's
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Is you want to try to maybe force the enemy to use a flicker or something. So that's a good try.
Yeah. And naturally, Kale does have more harder crowd control built into her.
Like this.
Right there. Forcing Demon Kite back. Traction plus flap, forcing him to use that torrent form. And he is going to help provide it underneath this turtle. Oh my lord! It's Edward who takes it. Flap goes down. Marco takes Edward. The trade. Demon Kite back it off. The flicker forward. Marco gets a double. Falcon smell blood. UFO falls. Haji gets him. 4 for 1. Take the turtle. We're happy with the kill.
I think I'm starting to realize now. Oh, wait!
Purified by Dominkite.
Just good old needles and flowers there for the 1-1. So I think now I'm starting to realize why I was quite skeptical about this Khalid pick. For you, gentlemen, it was the speed, which does make a lot of sense, but you kind of need a little bit more than just going fast now. Some stability is getting missed for Aurora. Granted, we did see wait up top. Something happened.
Okay, they're eyeing each other very, very badly.
It'll be the best for Aurora if nothing happens.
Yeah.
They need to find their footing. Oh! Kyle, after the Demon Kite. Demon Kite goes to distribution. In comes Light. Flap to respond as well. Edward pushing back again. Aurora. It would be in their best interest to say, let's slow it down. Which is again weird for this Khalid. One thing it brings is speed.
I kind of get it because the Desert Tornadoes just don't hurt as much as you think they should. In this specific matchup.
Not after 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not after some early deaths.
So you can kind of just imagine that that's the power spike of the Khalid, right? The very early on Desert Tornado. That's gone.
Edward jumps in, Tsunami Slam Ramada, turtle range, and a couple of O's thrown out. Falcon's gonna kill.
It's gonna be a while until Khalid gets some value from the Thunder Belt and Light just full build.
Get it down.
It's 6 minutes and he gets triple Thunder Belt.
And he still has to stack on it.
And he still has to put stacks on it. Is it really just to maximize his slow and then just hope that the rest of Aurora can finish everyone off? But then you're going up against a Valentina that was comfortable with 3-0 and 5. Silver lining for Aurora, they do have no deaths on Dominkite and he is able to take power up top also. And Circle still looks good for either of these two teams, but Falcon does have that 4,000 gold lead.
Yeah, better firepower. They put the turtle at half health. In comes Ogun looking for another engagement. And there's Sora coming in, set up by Flap. With a good force response to the Target Pulse. They take the final turtle.
Yeah, at the very minimum, you know what? They're trying to at least force some skills off of Falcons, not completely giving the objectives away for free. But at the same time, Aurora can't really push out as much because they are risking their necks every time they kind of just walk out of this bush.
All the more every milestone of the game. Falcons are saying, slow down, Aurora, slow down.
Yeah, holy roll. Did I say you're allowed to croc walk in that river? What did I
say? Hold your roll.
Slow your roll there. There you go. I'm so sorry. English is.
Hold your roll has a different connotation.
That's right. Thank you so much.
I will do the roll.
Wait, look. Yeah, great push by the kite roll. Oh, but the buff on the turret is still up, so they couldn't take the most out of it.
Yeah. They do find Haji. Haji's compromised. But Ogren is trying to protect his mid laner. He gets blasted. He got blowed up. And here comes Kyle from the flank. Probably in the Phantom Stampede, but not enough of a damage output from them. Super Marco. It's a face full of Appraiser's Wrath, and they trade out 1 for 1.
Yeah, the celebrities cannot stand the flashes coming in way. Cannot really sustain that. That Brethren felt so squishy.
Yeah. Camera lights are blinding him. I completely lost what I was trying to say.
Kyle came in like a paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Snap, snap.
I'm just trying to eat you. No comment. No comment.
Falcons needs to flow bottom lane a bit better. They've been putting a lot of focus up top in the upper quadrant of the map. Once they get a good flow down bot, which will be handled by Kyle, Purple buff will still go to Aurora and to Demon Kite. So now Aurora will have to manage this bottom lane minion wave, which is getting slow push. It wasn't a full figure by Kyle. Falcons will have the full 5-man. Aurora might risk just giving up the continuous push down bot, so they have a better spot for this Lord. As Light now goes to RBM, and he might find a good flank angle here. He got conceal. He just got conceal boots.
Oh boy.
Is the Light signature. Hachi and Super Marco. I don't know if this is the best combo to kind of stop Light from doing this. As Aurora makes some ground here. They have brought special with the pixel brush. Haji flashes him out. Try again, Light. Try again.
That's good sixth sense coming here from Haji. Like, he knew.
He does that.
He could feel it, right? He could feel it. So now, it's a bit of a stalemate here, at least for the meantime. It seems like Aurora wants to do something with his Lord.
Oh, the flicker and the tsunami slam coming in. Ogwin compromises Demon Kite, and as if the Lord was with them, they fight one another. Kyle takes that turn. They take down Light as well. Ogwin catching on the damage as Ogwin falls. You against the kill. Kyle secures the Lord. Then Aurora are backing on out of here. Delta split.
You know what that looked like? It looked like the signal for Falcons to go was seeing Demon Kite and Domeng both take damage from the Lord.
That's right.
Because that was like 10% gone from Domeng, a healthy amount also from Demon Kite, and they just said, that's enough advantage for us. Let's go ahead and dive and initiate, and it was a perfect timing. Ouch! Oh!
My Lord! Super Marco! Killer Instinct! Finds him in the base!
That was super things. Actually, super things.
Bulletproof and bloodthirsty.
Massive. Actually, just taking one more from Dominic slows down their defense on this leg board.
He got away with murder!
Oh, didn't even give him a heads up. Just came out of nowhere with the damage.
He won a 7 mark. Dominic got it on another. Tsunami slam. Demon Kite underneath Super Marco. A Fraser Grab not enough. He still falls. Light in the back line gets pummeled. Super Marco gets a double. Dominic Kite. One more for Falcons as Edward falls. There you were left. How'd you fit it out for? The base gonna be up next. Falcons, they feel the air underneath their wings. It's just you and left to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my arms tell you we are going all the way.
Look at that crowd. They cannot get enough of this win. It's going to be a 1-1. Falcons even out the board.
Let's take a quick breather and appreciate what we are seeing between these two teams. We've both seen them now at their best. I can't wait to see them in the third game, where it'll be a game of inches. Started off with a Doming double, showing off his hair and his new bottle of clear. But then Falcons started it off with 4 kills, not getting this turtle. If I had a cent for every time Edward miraculously got a turtle in this series, I would have 2, but that's 1 more than I expected to have. That's 2 more than I expected to have. So now, remember one of the biggest stories, that was a surprise. One of the biggest stories that we had actually for the previous game was that, what if Turtle 1 went differently for Falcons? What if it went their way? Now you see this universe where in Falcon actually got some early turtles, got some early wins, got some early kills onto Light, which stopped Aurora's dominating rotation that most teams have been the victim of this season. So once Falcons got that lead, they did not let go. They handled the map well, they played through their strengths, and Ogun and Haji, I'm gonna give it to them, they locked it much better in this one.
Absolutely. And this guy,
Marco,
the guy with the moves, man, that was insane. Super Marco in that last one. Superhero landing.
Was he bulletproof? Yes, he was!
He was!
Oh my Lord, no one could take down Marco. And was it not the first mid where he's having a hard time with the 1-1. And then suddenly, flash forward like, what, 12 minutes in, he's hunting the 1-1 down in his face!
Yeah, once it hit level 4 and once Super Marco had that little 400 gold lead over that 1-1, it changed the dynamic.
I'm sure my fiance stopped cooking at home and just moved over to TV. She's a big Marco fan.
Is she more of a Marco fan or a Kyle fan? I remember you told me she was like a
She
Kyle
started
girly.
out as a Kyle fan, and then her most recent flame is with Marco.
It's just hard to not be a fan of Marco.
I'm not even mad. Baby, I'm not mad. I get it.
He went way above and beyond here. By the way, at 922 GPM, right now, it's so difficult to achieve.
You get within this close, I'm putting up 2 fingers with like about an inch gap. You get this close to 1,000 in straight metagame, you're making bad.
You might have to be God.
That's Arena is what actually swerved this fight for Falcons
I
in
was
Turtle 3.
thinking, could Haji have been a good runner-up for MVP?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that last one where he took the bravest fighter. Now, I was a big fan of that move.
But we were discussing during the panel, like one of my biggest points for Falcons is that live or die through the success of Super Marco. And you see here what happens when they don't, once they handle at least find a little opening in the mid lane to allow Marco to have a little bit more of a comfortable time, or they're pulling attention away from the gold lane so that Super Marco's opponent doesn't get the best kills, then that does well for Falcons.
Alright, before any of us get flamed in chat, I think I have to also acknowledge the improvement on the performance of the F-God. Flap was amazing on his story. Yeah, he was doing what we thought he was going to try to do in game 1, here much better. And the fact that he was going to get the same team with a decent and respectable draft means it was there all along. It's just, again, the draft for Aurora was much better game 1. Now, you know, you have to respect the Sora too.
Yeah, +1 on that. Definitely the F-bomb.
F-bomb. I mean, he is the Filipino cannon.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Again,
Finally got one in.
that's just characteristic of his playstyle. It's either he's really good and you get what you want from, you know, a mile away, or you just blows it in your face.
Or you're completely off target.
Don't you dare call him Mr. 50-50.
No.
That belongs in a very specific part of history. All right? We miss you.
Missed you, brother. Alright, so.
It's cool that he didn't even build damage either. He went in for the utility, he went dominant side, and radiant armor. I don't remember if he actually built the radiant first. But with, because he might have gone for the shield, not full build that, because that happens sometimes, and then you go get the radiant armor.
I mean, alright, normally I would personally pick the radiant armor just because of the addition.
Yeah, because they're also
Better related.
yeah, and they're also looking at you and this Kibby. Maybe I'm just over to the wrong side. Great game, Falcons!
It's a great game.
I agree. I'm gonna double down on Carl. Like, just the radiant armor is the right call earlier.
For most, okay, 90% of the time it's radiant armor. Good call.
Yeah.
A Phoenix shield for like the really big units.
And then the dominant is just more kind of to put Rora down deeper in the mud.
Putting the dominance there basically stops those really high sustained damage from overcoming you with lifesteal.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, overall, Idolization is perfect. His placement this time around. The bomb landed where it should. That's what that got.
Okay, we have to mention everyone. Hogan and Kyle, there you go.
Just so that we get everyone gets their flowers.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have worked without obviously Ogwin trying over and over again to burn all these
Yeah,
purifiers.
those three actually played the same heroes in game 1.
And I love it. In this game number, well, in the series so far, people keep asking us why we put so much importance in the Roman trio and the Roman duo. Look what happened. The story of the two different starts. Now that Light got taken down early, it was Falcons that was more comfortable.
That's right, and you know what? You want to be like Light, where you actually got scouted out very early on. Join us in the project. Sports for everyone. You really need the power to bring the MPL energy to your own local community.
That's right, participants get exclusive access to tournament modes, free in-game items, and even diamonds. Just head over to th.ml.com/project to start your application.
Make it simpler. You can scan that QR code for more information, or you can visit our website so you can turn that passion into action.
Yeah, passion into play. Play in the passion. There you go. So, anyway, the clock is ticking, by the way, and seats are filling up. Don't miss your chance to witness AB Red and Twisted Minds right here at the Victoria Sports Towers, April 11th. By the way, after our break,
Yeah.
tickets are selling out. Get yours now.
Yeah. Don't forget, next week, no NPLPH.
Don't show up at Victoria Sports
Don't
Tower.
show up at Victoria Sports Tower.
Please.
We are on break. We'll see you after the week.
Calling all super fans, stay updated on all things MPLPH. Connect with the most passionate community in sports. Join MPLPH. Right there, official group. Enter the Discord, bro. Join the Discord.
And get your all-access pass to exclusive content, the latest news, and community discussions, and of course, direct lines of conversations to all of us. Everyone on this desk is in these groups, so you can just tag us and we'll see it immediately. And you also have a chance to get featured as a super fan of the month.
So be part of our MPL Philippines family and on your screen right now.
Yeah, join us
Be
there.
nice to us, please.
Yes, you might be able to actually play with us. But next week, let's go ahead and look at play in that too. I think we're all in.
Yeah.
We're all in. Maybe it's the real GG.
It's a deal.
Alright, so we're on the game number 3. What a way. They just don't want to let go of MPLPH just yet before we go into like the big break. But again, before we get started on our match with Naruto, we got a little bit of a video coming your way. I think it has to do with audio.
Ayan, yung tatlong paglipat ni G sa Falcon, tingin ko, favorite color niya talaga yung green. Yun talaga yun. Kasi galing siyang Omega, tapos Falcon. Ito, green na rin to. G! Joke lang yun
Good luck sa amin, Edward. Ward?
見せてやるよ。
Ka naman sa World Cup.
車輪ガンの
Ang gaan naman nun.
Cute, no? Dahil favorite color daw green. Oh, tinawag, pero nag-sorry naman kay Yue.
Observant, ha?
So,
Diba?
kung susundan natin yun, if we're gonna follow that, that's Twisted Minds Athena, Team Liquid Burrito. May yellow ba tayo na team? Do we have a gray? Maybe red? Maybe red or Onyx. What's gray?
That's great.
Gray? Aurora?
Gray ba?
Hindi ako green ba?
Someone.
Nice
Oh,
job.
gray. Yeah, maybe.
Pwede na yan, to
Maybe
represent.
Yeah. Someone take control of this discussion again because I completely derailed you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Rock
sorry.
hard, take control.
Okay, recap natin yun. Grabe naman, talagang nagkaroon ng malupit na sagasa doon. Super Marco, nagpakitang gilas na naman.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Buti na lang ikaw nag-take charge. Sasabihin ko sana global ban.
Baka pala sa FDL.
You got used to the MPL.
Buti na lang talaga dahil dito sa draft
Ay,
recap.
pero nabanggit ni Rockart yun nung naisipan namin yung mga combo. Nakita niyo yung chip ban nung game
Yes.
1.
Galing.
So
Kasi-
parang nakita niyo yun, ito block na Freya, di ba?
Doon pa
Yeah.
sa MDL kasi yung mashupless chip. Kaya ngayon kung may naka-ready na ba dyan, may nakaluto na ba? Wala pa naman yata. To just actually counter the Freya. Kasi yung kanina naghahanap kami ng sagot para doon sa Freya.
Oh, lalo sa mga good laners natin today na sobrang palong-palo talaga.
Ban lang pala.
Team
Ban lang
is
pala.
taken.
I agree. I feel like the Frederick is actually it was
So,
an okay
who's
answer.
next?
It just felt like the wrong ingredients on the other side of it, on either left or right of the Frederick.
Leymord was...
Do you want to Leomord with Freya? Is that a fair fight?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it can be. I mean, there's still a lot of power on the Leymord.
You kind of burst her down.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest problems for Falcons earlier was that they just didn't have enough. So, you get the Valentina. Ooh, what is Haji gonna get? Is Haji gonna try to pull out the Freya cosplay?
You got a good taste!
Wait, excuse me, what?
These are really soft counters.
That is
if
the
they're ever.
earliest Phobius I've ever seen.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, kind of unwarranted. What trade are they looking at? For majority of the season, Soras have trumped Phobius in terms of impact and lane.
Despite having a Valentina on this other side, I think Aurora should get the.
Ah, well.
Humble and Koopa are the best partners in the
And
world!
then they go Kimmy.
Frederick's fine.
I think Kimmy, yeah.
Kimmy,
Kimmy would
I
be
mean,
good.
they just have to
Hello.
reproduce that draft from game 1.
no need to overthink it.
Yeah, you get your...
Giraffe. Go back to your crypt with your minions.
So they have 3 of the 5 picks they have from the last one. They haven't shown their Romans or gold yet. Oh, excuse me, Roman EXP yet.
I realize Marco looks exceptionally fierce in this picture.
Our cosmic blaze will never be
Is it just
extinguished.
Falcons cope that I'm reeking right now, because I'm glad at least the Falcons are running the same draft into Aurora's reproduced game 1 draft.
Yeah,
It's already very different.
Yeah, it feels like this is their way of trying to tell everyone that they've thought up of what happened in game number 1 and just saw, okay, this is what we're gonna change.
Taking it up.
Maybe they picked up the Phobius because they know that the
will choose my own path.
that it might not show up anymore, the Sora. So we might just be leaning towards CC.
I am vengeance incarnate.
Blue is still open for Edward. We just don't see the roam yet.
I'm okay with the carry because it goes well into the late
Frederick.
game matchup
Yeah.
against the Frederick and the Freya.
We don't see the jungle pick. With the presence of the Freya, Suyo might be tough for Kyle. Fanny's open, but I don't see this as a Fanny game.
The only reasoning I would have for Fanny here is that they don't really have many ways
見せてやるよ。
to quite yet.
車輪ガンの本当の力をな。
Although the roam is still up for grabs here for Aurora.
looking like Falcons really just might settle in and picking up the Leomord again. But then you're gonna need a hard roam or strong healing roam and pick off. Like with the Phobius, I don't want to see Falcons get something like a Khalid or a Hilda. It might not be the right fit. Cho, I can still see someone, but I'd want to see something more along the lines of as the roamer, or even a high loss as the roamer. Something that they can. Oh wait, no, sorry, they banned out the high loss themselves. So Gacha is looking like my main choice for them. Well, for Aurora, it seems like because of how stable the honestly, like,
Slap on any
hero and you're good.
That's right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's just a question of which ultimates are you willing to give the Valentina. That's it.
Ah, that's
今度はこれは
literally anything here.
俺の戦いだ
Oh wow.
Wow.
Falcons have, through the bans, dismantled the reproduction of the
That's it.
They can show their role.
ご希望通り再現しようあんたの死に様を
Yeah, more and more thinking Khalid is chosen in Jordan.
Khalid Cho. Oh, Silk has already been back out this earlier, so yeah, Khalid Cho.
interesting. You know, coaches are able to make Dex's brow for
I know. I see that.
Alright, so they're going down to the last one. 2 or 3 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
Look at all those roamers, dog.
Kind of just
俺は
shaking
お
his
前
head
た
here.
ちとは
Someone finally gonna play chip.
お前たちとは相入れない道にいる
Right here.
Shows up. Blue Roam is up also for Falcons if they want
And
to.
no longer winless, by the way, the Blue Roam.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Could there be a new review? Because you saw the one. Every day we get a debut.
Yeah, I will always throw this out. I miss my putting that out there. I'm not taking it.
You still use it every day. I would actually be insane against the Freya.
Week 3 bait, week 3 bait,
Not
week 3
gonna
bait,
lie.
week 3 bait.
Manifesting it.
Oh, that was bad out
格の
earlier.
違いを
Big
教え
start
てやる
coming.
燃え尽きろ
Now here, Haja carry, an old combo. And then we get another debut pick to close off week 2.
Yeah.
Will they finally be able to slow down this Freya? Is this the key?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
過去を切るのは
You suppress the Freya once it goes in, and then that's your answer for that.
I like that, but at the same time, maybe you need more than just carry. More damage out of that one.
Oh, there's the chip. Oh, consider an X-Borg, Falcons.
燃え尽きろ
Yeah, because all of their picks right now, all 4, do nothing against the shortcut.
Yeah.
Export is actually great. Just okay, you're gonna shortcut on me or our low.
Yeah.
燃え尽きろ
Utility,
お
tanky,
前らにもう
or
用はない
damage. The remaining damage goes to support Laymore, who's still open.
まずは一
You're right.
Yeah.
Actually, he's already bolted. Which we get white so early.
Yeah.
This phobia.
It's going from. Yeah, it's either Laymore, X-Borg. I'm
燃え尽きろ
X-Borg for some reason. I don't know why.
Export jungle.
Yeah.
カトン
Come on, give it to
合
me.
流
Val.
化の術
Oh,
燃え尽きろ
whoa. Did not expect that.
Here the crowd just
That
goes.
is on response. Yeah, no, the Skill Arena.
Everyone is like
燃え尽きろ
Sullen.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
in
have mobile
shock.
phones?
気を生んだ容赦はしない
So response, listen to this.
お前らにもう用はない
It was a low tone, but there
Oh,
was
it's
an
cute.
audible. Crowd just
俺を
now.
待ってたんだ
Hey, this is all gonna blow up in our face.
なぎ払い切り
Have a good lineup rating.
抜け何の苦労もない燃え尽きろ
Kyle is not going to be an easy target to take down. But you are playing through a Kaise and Phobius as your main frontliner. When you're going up against Laku and Fredrin and Freya,
動くな
usually the math is telling us that the Phobius
More
and
skill.
the Kaja will the struggle. Yeah.
flat out walk.
We had high hopes for Kel these days to close up that series. You know what? He's in the jungle now.
Yeah.
The last time I blasted a Uranus jungle, it was on the world stage. and Liquid fell.
Yeah, Liquid fell to alter
やめる
ego.
理
That's
由は
right.
ない。
We have to acknowledge
But
that this Uranus in this lineup now is just pure utility and wanting to retry. There is a substantial amount of card control for Falcons. They got Pokemon PYT Inspire for Hoga, so they're maximizing the cooldown reduction on the Kaja. Get the ultimate as fast as possible. Get the ring up as much as possible as well. By Dark Wave. Exactly, which means that Super Marco does have the card control he needs during team fights. And that's what was lacking on the side of AP Brent earlier, which was crowd control. And the Falcons has a lot of it, but are they prepared for the chip shortcut?
The way it looks, Falcons are not fighting. They're just asserting themselves.
Yeah. Magic damage focus mid trio.
that's fine for now.
Cal's doing good, yeah.
But later on, it feels like that might not quite be enough.
Yeah, dude, there's a huge gap between the Uranus and the Fred.
Yeah, no, he's just literally, again, asserting himself. Just a sheer
Big guy. Walking in on that.
Grab the front of your face!
My God.
Highway robber with no masks!
Yeah, it's working out well for them.
Give me your lunch money in front of the teacher!
You ain't looking at enough damage. Or doesn't remember his parents or whatever.
That's insane. So Demon literally just walked around. He did not do much in the last few seconds. Last 3 seconds, Demon just literally walked around.
No kills, no real fights breaking out, and Falcons have a 500 gold lead. That's palpable. Straight for the turtle. And Aurora can't even take up the
No answer because your Junder is just way behind.
This is literally and figuratively one of the Uranus games of all time. And it's only been 2 minutes.
Okay. Alright.
We see it now. We see it now, Falcons.
Turtle take, and Falcons force a retreat out of Edward, sending him under tier 1, and they continue the ransacking of Aurora's jungle.
Opens level 4. Light is far from that, so there's a divine judgment for this Kaja available.
And no shortcut.
No shortcut.
厄介だな。
Man, this is big right now. The control that's being given by Falcon all across the map. And you know what? While all that's happening, Super Marco's like, thank you so much. Make sure they don't look at my lane.
Flickers on out from underneath sure death under that Appraiser's Wrath. Where's the response? Still no kills, by the way.
Yeah, with just a lot of heal.
Resources.
Yeah, almost 400 gold lead for Kyle's Uranus right now, actually.
Edward trying to cut through that flank. There's the consecration from Kyle. They jump on, take down Edward, and they're not done. They continue forward. Light taking a lot of damage. Hewer from the right side. Kyle those edges on one. They take out Demon Knight. They're trying to take down Light. They cross through, juggling damage from the turret.
Oh my God!
Oh, what the hell?
To take it. A lot of damage, and he goes through one of the white walk portals.
Yeah. Hey, it's working. Aurora can't do anything early on against his own Falcon's opposition. Yeah, this is blood retribution too on this Uranus. It's not flame, it's not ice.
It's damage.
It's damage, it's pure
Insane.
damage.
That is like, not what I how I expected this game to, you know, this early game to actually turn out.
Yeah.
Right now, Gold Difference does feel like he is showing. Fight again, only
It looks like the just doesn't have enough damage early on to be a nuisance to this. So, Coppin in this trio.
Early diagnosis. They get through the rough time.
Yeah.
What if they get
That's the thing. It's if we're seeing the early game domination of this Kaja Uranus, what happens then once Aurora has items? Yeah, right there. And items in the presence for Dominic, who will be able to join this. And yeah, they're being careful because of the Divine Judgment.
Okay. There's the traction pulse thrown out. Turtle at a 10 damage health. Light through the back line. Trying to compromise. One of the members of Falcon. Kaji gets taken down. They pop him. Flap here jumping on a Demon Kite. Demon Kite takes him out. Descent. Light gets dismantled by Super Marco. US firing away. Super Marco does not have enough damage to stop. Dominic Kite and Hoga is getting it. Finds them.
Yeah, the Irons are really making their mark now. Big difference we saw in the two fights through here.
Yeah, Falcons were able to bully the jungle early on, but then it just reaches a certain point. So that's why we couldn't see the early game vision, because we were already thinking about everyone level 4, early game items, 5v5. It's tough for Falcons to fight. It's tough for Haji especially.
Woo! Hodge goes underneath. Goes gonna use it. Edward wins it. But there's going to be an eventual trade here as Flap tries to finish what Edward started. So 2-on-1, but still a 1-for-1.
Yeah, bottom lane is going to get pushed out here. Oh, but the pull!
There.
Oh, Sonic about to get away. Light takes a face full of light wheels as he goes down. Yeah, can Hoga chase him? All right, Dominic.
Doing forced to trade it out. He's stunned to sacrifice himself so that his gold laner gets away. But there. That's a 2 over. Super Marco right here. Carry still, though. We also have to watch out for that. So as much as we're talking about this scenario, they put the door up with 5v5. This time again, compared to the carry earlier by AP Brent at the hands of Shizo, through an Uranus. This jungle Uranus is built around the composition that has a bunch of gun control through EXP, mid, and roll. So that Super Mario has a charge zone and space he needs
So far, right? It feels like if you can slow down deep it's also great. The one thing is later on, like that's my big question. What are you gonna do about that? Like, how does the fight start and who starts it eventually? By Falcons, they need to be able to answer. Rampaging Dominkai is getting into position right now.
He has this big wall in front of him. And of course, Falcons blitzing this turtle. Traction buster around the UA already. Light checking that Y brush. No one. Are you going to trade for the turtle? In comes Light, shortcut through. The rest of Aurora come on through. And they put so much pressure on Demon Knight. The kill. And another one jumps in. Supermarket takes down Light. Aurora have got scattered throughout this fight, pushing into the bottom lane tier 1. UA fighting for his life alongside Edward. And Falcons claw down and take out 4 members. No one falls on their side. 3,000 goes up.
We set it up before that fight. Falcons and the tools that they have to allow Super Marco to shine. The fight got split up, but Falcons in the front line, Flap got to hold, Kyle got to hold, which meant that Owen and Haji had space to help Super Marco to then eventually rejoin the fight. Look at that big fight split. Flap and Kyle go after Demon Kite. Demon Kite will be fighting on the hill here, but eventually he'll be forced back. Kyle is just a wall you need to get Titan away from. Eventually, the rest of Falcons join in, converges 500 the turn, and take down Edward and Ewan.
So that's basically how they plan to deal with Dominkai. Isolate him, split him from the pack, and be able to use him the way that they know how.
And it's not even an automatic. I see Dominkai like in the DJ. It's actually more with the turret. Like, okay, you get too close, we will hit you with the DJ. But that's how bad it is. Flap jumps on in, forcing a defensive. Valkyrie's defense, and Flap takes it to the right. Owen looking for one. He's jumping in with an infernal pursuit. A shortcut calling in Edward. Calling in Demon. And look at the right side. Edward pushing Marco away. He don't want to fuck gets pushed, but Kyle is in the middle of 4 members. It's a little too much even for Ewan to survive. Concentration, flicker forward from Ewan. Kyle still alive, but only for so much longer. Ewan gets a stack on his Sky Pierce.
What are these fights happening here, breaking out non-stop? I feel like it is Falcons trying to take advantage of Aurora basically being discombobulated, but at the same time, they did it a little bit way too deep.
Yeah, MVP Edward in that last fight, locking onto Super Marco, which forced away Haji and Super Marco.
All right,
no Kyle
from Aurora, no retribution. They blitz the Lord. Flap takes it down 1, but they trade for 2. Dominkai and Demon Kite now Light falls, and 1 more. Edward goes. 4 for the Lord.
They're even better.
That's worth it.
I absolutely feel like it's not worth it. Now it's 4 down. UL alone. Didn't we just see this a few games ago or last game?
Yeah, from out of nowhere, Falcons with a sudden turnaround. I thought that that was the end of that as Edward got another massive land shaker, but their sustainability
of Aurora basically being discombobulated, but at the same time, they did it a little bit way too deep.
Yeah, MVP Edward in that last fight, locking onto Super Marco, which forced away Haji and Super Marco.
All right, no Kyle from Aurora, no retribution. They blitz. the Lord. Flap takes down one, but they trade for two. Dominkite and Demon Kite now right foes. And one more, Edward goes. Four for the Lord.
They're even
I don't know if
better.
that's worth it.
I absolutely feel like it's not worth it. Now it's 4 down. UL alone. Didn't we just see this a few games ago or last game?
Yeah, from out of nowhere, Falcons with a sudden turnaround. I thought that that was the end of that as Edward got another massive land shaker. But their sustainability, the damage, again, space provided for Marco. And Aurora just crumbled slowly. Let's revisit that. Watching you and Marco knock up from the Lord. Demon Knight got taken out. Dominkite decides to go straight for the back, but he got taken away real quickly because the Divine Judgment from Ogwen was saved for the Freya.
Beautiful. They didn't even start the fight with it. They left the DJ very, very late.
Again, a last-minute deterrent in case the rest of the frontliners could not hold it. All for Marco. And Marco has yet to die. 4-0-5. Look at his full arsenal here. Up by about 500 gold away from Dominkite's Freya. We thought it would have crumbled. We thought that by the time Aurora built items, Falcons would have folded with this, again, arguably cheesy lineup. But so far, they're making it work well into the 11-minute mark.
Yeah, I think the key here is keeping Super Marco alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just by intention or by design.
Oh,
Look at this, though.
Divine Judgment on the light! Gets the call in the shortcut. In comes the rest of Aurora, and they clash onto the backline, forcing back Dominkite. Edward
split
falls.
up.
They take down the portal. You ain't going nowhere. 2 for free. Go over to the Falcons.
Okay, it's perfect because I have to correct myself from the last one. The suppress actually landed onto Edward in the previous Lord. It was the Terrify from Haji as the Valentina that stopped the Freya from being able to just slice through to Super Marco. And yet again in the sequence just now, we see the big ticket value of the Terrifies from the Valentina through the Shadow Strikes.
You're right. And maybe I think they got terrified at the same time. So all of it just happened in tandem.
Yeah.
And why it looked like they got Divine Judgment.
Yeah, and look at the KDAs of Haji, Ogwen, and Marco. This just goes to stress up the point that we said of how Falcons fight. It's Kyle and Flap versus the rest of Aurora, while Haji, Ogwen, and Marco are playing together. The KDA's kill participation all very similar and close to one another.
They're not even overthinking it. They're just dealing with whoever's up on front. And they're basically just saving the crowd controls for last.
At the 12-minute mark, it's as if we were still back in the 2-minute mark. They took the orange right in front of Aurora. And there's still this gap once again. Earlier it was like a 1-level gap, which is again almost insignificant. But now we're back to a 3-level gap between Kyle and Demon Kite.
And that's going to make a mark, especially with this one. Next Lord coming up in 10 minutes,
Huge.
10 seconds rather.
The retribution between level 12 and 15?
That's huge.
Forget about it.
Yeah, not to mention you also have like just really massive crowd control that's stopping you from using that retribution in the first place.
Yeah. Falcons just need to keep the formations set. Don't collapse too much. Dominkite opening up top for Aurora. It will send back 2 members of Falcons, it looks like. They're worried because there's no more shielding in the turn. They send back Flap.
This is the point of no return. Retribution by Kyle. It's good. Ogwen very low. Gets a Divine Judgment. Light falls. Shortcut has already been pressed though. As Edward flickers forward. Oh, there is an anticipatory flicker from Haji as well. Dodges it. It's just a dash. Demon Kite gets taken down here. Double kill for Super Marco. As Yue has Kyle on him. In comes Haji. Finally uses the flicker. And the damage has been done. It's too little too late. A Lord and 3 kills. The Falcons in the arena know that the killing blow could be here. Dominkite has a hope and a dream to push in. He might actually get this.
Someone gonna recall.
Oh boy, oh boy.
They're not recalling just yet. They're not recalling just yet. And Dominkite didn't go back. He's clearing.
He's gonna try to take it.
They're sending Flap back. Edward is back. Demon Cat in 4.
Okay, base race as
Your
the Lord is
team
still
is
alive.
there.
They're already in the base. Light through the back line. There's a DJ. There's a Valkyrie's descent. Ogwen gets popped here. Damage from Super Marco. Down goes Haji. Ogwen backing out. Edward takes out Super Marco. Flap and the rest of them are falling. Flap pushes in. Kyle's still alive. And in comes Kyle. In comes Flap. They're still checking range. Dominkite with a shutdown. 3 for 1. Aurora still alive.
The light at the end of the tunnel was there, but it went well for Aurora. From out of nowhere, it was the chip, the turnaround, with a shortcut, with the blitz,
enemy
the
is
stun, massive flank by Light.
Oh my god, in wrestling terms, that's a literal clothesline out of nowhere, bro. That's...
The falling stars brought us here.
It is massive, straight into Super Marco's face.
And they layered all their crowd control. The taunt also stopped Haji from getting out. What a defense by Rora. Falcons did not expect Light to come out from that angle.
Light committed the flicker to get in that position.
Yeah.
Ah, that was so good.
So there was a lot of resources spent to do that, to close this gap, but just the same, it's a miracle that Aurora's still in this.
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn.
Class is in session, so do
The
behave.
last two have actually been solely focused on this chip.
I am the
That is key in
moonlight
slowing
that
down
breaks
Light,
through the
slowing down
darkness.
The big brains, the guy who's making the moves, is
Yeah.
actually gimping Aurora.
Yeah, we have to look at the mid lane though. All towers still up for Falcons. But it's at that point of the game where one big win in the team fight for Aurora and that mid lane is not going to matter. They're going to push either through the side, through any of the sides. As Falcons now, we are seeing...
May the blood of my enemies flow from my spear.
Map as 4-1.
That's the problem. If you're talking about just the map, Aurora...
Valor and royalty in a
That's why you're
dead
dying
body.
Yeah.
Where Falcons fights, and now that's why Falcons are flushing out these...
Pain
They actually
is the
want to
proof
bring
that I'm
the
still
enemy fight
alive.
nowhere.
Yeah, these engages from Falcons might get trickier and trickier to execute. Now that Aurora feels like they're aware of the game plan, it feels like they've already shown the cards.
Test.
Now they can
Alpha
formulate
is
it.
online.
Which is not such a bad place to be in if you're an Aurora fan. Because the map is on your side. It's literally everywhere. It's like your skin. It's your biggest body part.
Yeah, speaking of Aurora fans, man, this is the loudest.
That's scientific, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
That's
In
right.
the
That's
pop
right.
quiz, if you get asked, what's the biggest organ? It's your skin.
It is.
I, Minotaur, will finish off what was left undone.
In season so far.
Yeah. This game is cerebral.
It is. See here the back and forth
All right.
between the two. Oh, full 5-man. Does Falcons have enough resources to help handle the map as Dominic is still threatening bot?
Marco
And he can
showing.
keep doing that and he can show up through the chip portal. Haji holding L left bush mid. Even Kite and Kyle holding the Lords.
Okay. So Dominic has made himself visible. Falcons know what's up.
Mighty oaks
Still
from little acorns
clear about
grow.
their intentions. We want to get this Lord first. Again, the struggle of defending against this map-centric lineup.
Where's Light though? That's a big question for Falcons right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't really shown in the last few minutes.
Sophie said that chip can really come out of nowhere. Even if they decide to try to blitz down Dominic.
Open with the conceal.
Concealed.
Hits that Cyclone Eye, and they totally miss it. Dominic went the other way, sir. They went the other way.
Dominic is very aware there.
Oh, Lord here. Down there. Under half health. Demon Guy holding it. Soft reset. Edward and Flap. Just playing footsies here.
Jumping in.
Got check. And Dominic keeping that bottom lane pressure. And oh my god, the blitz from Falcons. Falcons are going to get away with this. Falcons secure off of Haji. And now Light comes in. Closes the flicker. Down goes Demon Guy. One man off in front.
The abyss may corrode our lands, but not our island will.
Traded off for, still alive, all 4 members. Oh, Haji goes down. Haji dealing a lot of damage. Down goes Dominic.
For thousands of years, I've searched in vain for the infinite.
Yue very low. Just chasing him down. Yue far away from home.
In death, I shall be reborn.
He's still here. He's still trying to keep him at bay. He's holding on,
Yue
but only
just
for long.
recalled. And they're dealing a lot of damage between Yue and Edward. Edward gonna get his immortality popped here. Haji is stolen away with the spider. With the crown freezing.
Demon Kite
Still alive. Demon Kite is alive. And the Lord at a fourth of its health.
Oh, they get the best.
Aurora might still get it. They don't have a
I love this game.
With the ice and jungle! The AO, the wizard, everything to find time for Demon Kite! And the rest of Roar to come back, but Falcons are not letting go because Marco is back!
No time to celebrate just yet. As Light looks for an angle, using that flying cloud, trying to find that flank. This is a free reposition.
Light in the back!
Who's he looking for? After his shenanigans. Light, where are you going? 5 Falcons are hunting. Guys, they know he's here. They sense him. And he goes for one walk. Off to the long side of the map, coast to coast.
Oh, what a game! What a game!
What is this game if not entertaining?
Time to
The macro management, the handling of the team fights. Look how much tough foods Falcons have because of all the crowd control. They even had to put, I mean, the BFB's been there for a while now for the year, so that they can have a little bit more crowd control, time reduction. Marco is locked in, but you see when Aurora goes for the collapse, even with the wind of nature, even with the Tripper, using Aurora. So Marco is in the past team fight because he's going to steal. Him cosplaying as a Lapu-Lapu is actually working out. Using it if Marco goes down earlier, Marco gets too pressured. So it's up to the KDA machine to keep himself alive.
And KDA machine's also doing very well in Naruto against Edward, who has been, you know, facing each other over and over again so far, even individually. And now there's Aurora, who seems to be back against the rope.
Because they don't want to survive that last season. If they somehow find a way to stop Falcons from doing that same maneuver, they should be back in the game.
That's a chance for Mojo. If that happens.
My next suggestion for Haji is, even though the Lapu-Lapu cosplay is the backbone, he might need to the Kimmy to provide the basic attack. Super Marco's down. Because yeah, Falcons could not end the last one because Super Marco was down. They didn't have the basic attack that they needed.
This is basically a reset or a repeat of exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Doming on the bottom. Is it going to go this?
Watch light. He's the key here. He's the only one who can
Conceal
actually equalize
Edward.
this. Ogwin with a conceal. Edward able to sniff that out. Lord gets soft reset. The dance continues.
In death, I shall be reborn.
Marco and Haji, are they feigning the recall? Haji actually does commit. There's a traction pulse thrown out. Kyle holding it down.
Green leaves may fade, but wisdom is
Kyle
evergreen.
and Demon Kite holding on to this retribution. Who's gonna get it? In collapses all of the teams now. Kyle gets it secure off of the shortcut. Rora come through. Super Marco getting pressured here by Dominic Kite. And Dominic Kite finds him. Pocket immortality. Super Marco comes through. That might have been it. Rora thrown all the way over at Super Marco. Demon Kite on him. Look at the back line. Haji. The other damage of Edward. Haji chased in light. The Lord zoomed in. Demon Kite may have gone in too deep. They pop his immortality, and they'll take him down in short notice. Flap takes him, 1 for none, plus the Lord.
Aurora are down one member. Haji kept Yue away from that last fight, hence why Aurora was lacking damage. Here's Haji with a chip ult.
And now, Dominic defensive use of the Valkyries to set still alive. Divine Junction on the Edward, down the Lapu-Lapu. 3 defenders up, Marco's here. The base is under attack. Falcons are here, taking the series 2-1.
Using their own curveball against them, against all odds, it's Team Falcons taking the victory.
Our second week with another impressive result.
Against the wind.
It was a surprising turn of events. KDA Machine and Haji leading Falcons to victory.
What a guy, and what a match.
The abyss may corrode our land, but not our
Feels like, you know what,
ire
that could have
will.
gone either way. I felt it.
The technicality of it all is insane. I don't know if Haji's going to be awarded MVP of this game, but
Or
he
maybe
is my MVP.
Match MVP.
Or maybe match MVP. The Valentina performance was otherworldly from the machine.
Pride usually
He was
comes
playing multiple
before the
heroes.
fall.
Lapu-Lapu, a chip. Most of the time it was a Lapu-Lapu. But then you see the impact that the Divine Judgment has. This is the weakest we've seen Dominic Knight
Seeds of
Freya,
hope are
because he
all
had
over
so
this
much
land.
ultimates and crowd control. If it wasn't the suppress, it was actually the Terrify of the Valentina that's stopping him.
Time teaches you things you can't learn from the
Playing through the
books.
chip, playing through their light at the end of the tunnel. They were able to hold on
For
to
thousands
they
of
needed to
years,
do it on this game. But then
in
one spot is
vain
acknowledged.
for
The
the
game is a problem.
Against the wind.
Use the kidney away. Use the chip to bring Falcons to victory.
How's masterful use of all tools in your arsenal. Let's see the guns actually deal with this.
And with a great bounce back to close out week 2, give it up for Team Falcons!
What comes
Boys,
from the
congratulations! That was a breathtaking game, lalo na ng Game 3, Kyle. Talk to us about that Game 3. Pinili mo ang Uranus na talagang hindi namin in-expect. And there were series of back and forths na parang matatapos nyo na yung game. Ano ba yung pinag-uusapan nyo during those moments?
Pride usually comes before the fall.
Yung Kimi ni Yue, ang hirap tapusin yung base sila. Dinedef niya lang.
Okay, so gumagawa si Yue ng mga kakaibang plays na talaga namang nadadamage kayo. And also Domeng, di ba? Nag-split po siya. So, sino yung nag-shot first sa inyo during those times?
Nag-uusap yung sa ginagawa nila.
And it's the connection ng ibabaw sa kanila dun sa game 3.
And speaking of connection, kanina parang everyone was holding their breath. I wanna ask Ricardo, sabi ni Domeng kahit na siya yung #1 gold laner sa MPLPH, ano ngayon yung masasabi mo doon?
In death, I shall be reborn.
Wala pa daw pa kung sino yung #1 eh. Basta mahalaga sa akin, malabas ko lang yung laro ko, tsaka naigitan ko sila.
Green leaves may fade, but
Lane, kasi
wisdom
grabe
is
talaga yung
ever
tapatan
green.
nila kanina ni Domeng, right, Ode?
Oo, dead na siya sa rankings. Basta kung sino na lang manalo sa game. Pero ngayon, ang
Seeds
lakas
of
ng
hope are
focus
all
nitong isang
over this land.
nandito sa likod. Hello, Flap TV. Halika nga, Flap. Grabe kasi yung pag-flex mo kanina eh. Parang ganun din yung flex ng focus mo. And back-to-back teams ang kinaharap nyo since yesterday. Nakatulong ba yung laban nyo kahapon sa Team Liquid to bounce back stronger today?
Opo. Good loss. Kasi natutunan talaga. Kaya yung lessons namin kahapon, dinadala namin sa mga susunod na laban namin.
And we've seen that sa inyong performance. Ngayon gusto ko naman kausapin si Haji. Haji! Ay, grabe, parang pati teammates mo kinikilig sa'yo, even our audience. Haji, kanina, nag-Valentina ka. Napakagandang pick din nun. Ang ganda ng mga kopya mong skills, especially on that Game 3. Pero pag-usapan natin ang former teammate mo na si Edward. Kasi before we started your game, sabi niya, paborito mo daw ang green.
The abyss may corrode our
Ano
land,
masasabi mo kay
but
Edward?
not our iron
Sabi ko
will.
Edward, consistent pa rin siya.
Wow! Sobrang bait naman sa former teammate. Pero alam mo, eto si Flap kasi merong binubulong. Meron daw kakanta sa team nyo. Oo, may kakanta.
Time teaches you things
May fans
you
ka kasi
can't
doon, no?
learn from the books.
Ano po?
May fans ka kasi doon. Kakanta ka daw ngayon.
Next time na lang.
Ano ba yung gusto mo? Nahihiya pa siya. Pag nanalo kayo, kailangan mo kumanta, Coach Rudy. Sino sa tingin nyo
And we'll see the MVP, Super Mario!
Flex!
Flex daw muna. Nahiya na. And I wanna ask Ricardo, ano ang message mo sa Falcon fans right now?
Masasabi ko lang sa fans, salamat sa mga sumusuporta sa amin, sa mga Aurora fans, salamat sa pagpunta.
And of course, you may now take a bow and your well-earned victory walk. What a way!
Si Owen, no? What a sweet victory para sa kanila. Indeed, a great bounce back para matapos ang Game 2. Alam mo, Thea,
For
sobrang ganda ng
thousands of
vibe ngayon ng Team
I've
Falcons.
searched
Especially
in
since
vain
malakas din
for the
talaga ang
ancient
nakalaban nila
ones.
ngayong araw.
And we've seen having surprises, not just in hero matchups, but with those kind of plays. And we'll analyze more on that as we throw it back to our panel.
Woo.
And Super Marco really does
Get that win rate.
but we get the MVP. Divine Judgment coming in big time here. Not pretty decent. He's also drafting out the Kaja. He posted in the draft what if it is the answer to the Freya. This year in the jungle makes sense early on. We saw the holes in the Falcons lineup once it got
I shall be
how
reborn.
much they needed to get right to make sure that they win team fights. But they have so much crowd control that even the lack of a Uranus crowd control, hard crowd control, and the presence alone of Kyle is enough to provide space. Again, Kyle is flat against the backline of Aurora, and Falcons, Haji, Ogun, and Super Marco against whoever is fighting. As long as you can toss out a Terrified, Haji mixing and matching ultimates, most of the time being a Lapu-Lapu. In the end, it was a chip. It would stop what Aurora wanted to do.
Which shows you an amazing understanding
Of Lords, that because even though Falcons were giving up control in the opposite side where Dominkite is pushing through, at the end of the day, Aurora needs Dominkite to join them. He can't single-handedly try to end it alone, because there are also members of Falcons, whether it's Flap, whether it's Haji, most of the time it's these two, backtracking, staying away, staying free from vision so that Aurora cannot completely tell Dominkite, hey, you're free, just go try and split push end it.
he's never really free.
He's never really free.
Really.
He's forced to rejoin the fight. And then Falcons, once they see that the Frey is back, you see Flap coming out of the shrub, Haji then being aggressive now because they know that. So it was really, really tough win for Falcons to eke this out, but it was an impressive one at that.
Yeah, and overall, you could say that the other side, it was a tough victory, but also it was also a very strong defense. Aurora was literally resisting defeat time and time again.
It was superhuman for Aurora to make this last 22 minutes.
Yeah. It was a Herculean effort, really.
Wow,
but then at the same time, it's like they were both like the opposite ends of, I don't know enough about like Greek or like Roman mythology, I don't know. But it's just like they were both Sisyphus, man. It's like one of us can actually get this rock to the top.
Pushing it up.
Yeah, we're both pushing it up,
yeah.
But then only one of us can actually do that. It's just the back and forth between these two, the handling of micro decision making, your timing of when you decide to jump, when you use your crowd control at the right time. I don't think that was just them pressing buttons. It felt like a lot of the times it was calculated whether or not they were directly thinking of doing the thing.
Yeah, and that's just amazing. I cannot
athletes.
wait for round 2 of these. It feels like a new rivalry is brewing here, and I am all for it. So I hope you got.
The Paxley house was so
Ito, kompleto na ako. Rose gold na din ako. Masustain ko pa ang tito.
May pambayan sell ka, Mark?
Wala pa. Ito, meron na.
So yun, tuloy natin yung planong top.
Ito tayo, pre. Baba nyo. Baba nyo.
Tip ka.
Hey, Mark, Wait, tulong kay Mark. Aring nga lang pala. Dominkite. Pare. Tara, wala siya. Tara, kuha natin, Lord. Hey, makatakbo ka. Fred mo na. Yeah, Fred lang. G, patala sa Lord, tipi mo kami.
Oh, tipi mo kami sa Lord, G.
Okay. Ada ka,
That was nice.
Yeah.
I know what really struck me there. They literally, it's like they're talking to Haji. He's like a toolbox. Hey, we need this, we need that.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Again, this is the Haji that had to do so much here. At some point, they were even telling Marco and asking him, do you have enough gold to buy and sell? And then they'd be using that as a condition of whether or not they're going to fight.
Amazing.
Do you have enough items to buy and sell either emo, window, what am I missing? Winter crown, there we go, yeah. So specific.
Wow.
Even RGM.
Huh?
Even
Yeah,
RGM.
even the most good here, yeah.
Amazing. Let's throw it over our season standings. Obviously, it's CLPH. They are the champions of week 2.
Undefeated.
Undefeated 4-0. And again, that's gonna put Falcons very close to AP Friends record 2-1. And this one, very much 1-1-1 for our bottom 4.
Yeah.
And it's amazing again, after week 2, everyone has a win.
Season 16 is super competitive.
Really is. Same goes for our Infinix standings though, or a little more different here.
Yeah, Pasiklaban, Rollers may have fallen in the last match of the night, but at least they remain undefeated.
Yeah.
That's a world championship fan base for you.
Yeah, it looks like Auroras and Sonics dominated Fancy Club, and I hopefully
So,
when they
who's
go
next?
against each other to see
Your
which one of
team
them
is
gonna be
picking.
the what? Week 4?
By a bird call I was led to the underworld, and in fear should King Yama tremble!
Forgetting to ask that it's the B.
Bees, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
All right, so congratulations.
All who dare stand in my way will be devoured.
Man, oh man, what a treat. That was like, again, it seems like...
I'm Yi, and I won't lose myself, no matter what!
I mean, they pull in a lot of like gravity towards them. They're both just really strong.
I would want to watch the next one immediately.
Same.
A few more days though, like more weeks. Hopefully you'll join us after the break is done. This is Renmar, this is Leo. I'm Rockhard. Thanks for watching. Let's throw it over to our host to close out this week.
Do you want to make friends with Nana?
Your team is picking.
What an incredible finish to our second week MPL Super.
Kodak.
Not gonna lie though, this is
I am vengeance incarnate.
The southern seas are my domain.
Of the day, match 2 rather, of the day between EVOS versus TLID. The value.
If it's just the high-lows, the landslide gets so much value. We can just jump into your...
I think a lot of moments I saw the ult used defensively. The Swalo game.
The playoffs. Oh, well, that one... Got caught and he missed the skill. What? Hold on!
Doing it again.
Power of Pegasus!
The slayer of gods.
From Nile to really... Once again for Lynch, maybe this time, you know? Nile's already given him the plot compared to last game. Last game was just a tough matchup. It's a 50-50. It's not really opinion, really, but... There you go.
Ah, so they still go glue.
Now this I don't really... It's glue roam.
Test. Alpha is online.
Gwyn jungle?
It is glue roam, it is Gwyn jungle. Not too fond of the glue in the end here. But there's no other choice. Was there no other choice?
Grok was banned, Uranus was banned. Would you go would you stretch something like Minotaur?
Nah. Is this just like... I really wonder why. Like, jumping on Kylo? Because it doesn't look like he'll be... It's a Lancelot, right? Is it just pure zone? BTR1 lineup rating last game, by the way, right? So, yeah. As Aldo says, this is irrelevant.
This is irrelevant. Think like Coach Aldo, ladies and gentlemen. But let's head over into the Land of Dawn for game number 2 between Dewa and BTR. Can Dewa close this 2-0? Or can the rookies from BTR come out on top? Let's head over. Straight in.
Dewa United looking for a clean, sweet victory. And Bigatron looking to spoil the party. Clive already very aggressive here on the positioning, but just spread out himself. Same like, almost similar to game 1. We only saw 2 spells being the Flicker and the Retribution. This time around, Finn.
Yeah. That should be a take. Yep, really good. BTR pick it up. And the emblems I'm looking at, I'm glancing over. Yeah, nothing crazy. Flash choice once again for Lynch, maybe this time, you know? I was already giving him the poke in the shoulder. Hey, sir, you gotta go in. You gotta look for the throw. Setien. Lane bully.
That damage, that range. That's why this game is such a pain to really go against.
no matter what you're on. I think one of the only heroes that can kind of level that out, in my opinion, has been... Oh!
Niall!
Octa!
Octa to use that flicker. That's going to be his polarization on towards Niall. Not level 4 yet. Another poke, another damage, and that will be enough for Mueza to take Niall down.
That's what everybody calls on the internet gerakan tambahan. Miracle, what do you think about that?
They baited out 2 flickers. It's still bad though. I agree. Oh!
That's going to be another set, and down goes Lynch. It was very equal 10 seconds ago, but Dewa United suddenly shift their gears.
And Kin, calm down. No recalling Kin.
Yeah, no flicker on Kin, so he has got to calculate this one now. Already level 4, looking to cause havoc. Oh no, Kin will be low, but Nolan finds the turtle. Kin will be taken down, but that's the only trade.
That tempo immediately changed real quick. We didn't get a chance to really unbox what Niall did there.
Yeah. Trying to go with the kill on Octa. Baited out the flicker, sure, but then he got caught. Hold on!
Doing it again.
Oh, not enough damage just yet from Niall to really cause trouble. But wise,
yeah. I wonder where they're coming from. I think it's the gold from the bottom lane for Clive that is really getting him, you know, the gold. Right now, again, yeah, it was a mistake for sure from Niall, but he tried to look for the kill on Octa. Mueza also flickered, and then we have Kin getting a kill up top. I'm still trying to like look at the moment because it's a bit weird by Kin as well to stay over against Niall. He got picked off in the end, and it became a trade that should have been fully in favor of Dewa to somewhat okay. In the end, it's still level on the board. Dolan's doing a good job, just constantly going in. But Clive should be much more against the claw. He's very happy to go for the trades, it seems. Gold crab even. It's maybe who picks it up.
The rookie jitters perhaps, right? And again, it's an equilibrium. BYU United swings the goal just a bit. In 30 seconds, we might see a big flying like that. But that's going to be the Hunter Strike, finally scored by Clive.
Feel like late rush again, this time from Mueza. Typically halftime falls in for VHS. This will be the first time for Navy here. Nothing too crazy again for both the teams. Let's see how they set up the turtle number 2 here. Dewa United only ahead by 450 gold. This can still be contested by BTR.
Riza already has it going on, so I don't know if that's going to impact the game. Octa has also brought it up. Let's see.
Finn poked below 50% HP. That's going to be Zichan using his ult! Oh my goodness, Lynch! Finally finding a set. Finally using the ult. Down goes Octa. That's going to be the recovery, though the repositioning. Nolan finds a trade, but maybe with the AoE blazing duet, Niall collects the kill and the turtle. Ladies and gentlemen, Dewa United this time round will not find a set to fruition, and that's the dive, that's the damage, and that's Riza picking up the killing spree.
Beautiful, beautiful. 5-3 now, 1,600 gold lead. Earlier the tempo was on Dewa's side, but Niall's movements have finally paid off. Lynch as well, with the fact that he was able to get that moment, that was huge for BTR and that momentum
too. Right? Niall gets so, oh my god, Octa. Okay, Niall gets so many more stacks on the puncture. He can stack up everything, and once you're fully stacked up, one Phantom Execution plus a Thorn Rose, Octa's dead. You saw the built-up damage there from Niall in the fight, especially with War Axe. You stack that up while stacking up puncture.
Even disregarding that moment. Wait a second, there it is!
That's a great pick-off coordination here. Dewa United finding a response.
Yeah, that's 2 ultimates still burnt out. They're gonna be able to try and zone out that bottom side of the map, but it looks like Finn is still there. Should be able to clear. Don't know if they still want to commit onto that. That's a lot of time in the bottom side for Dewa.
Oh. They know Octa doesn't have the flicker, so they're trying to abuse that fact.
And it's Clive on the bottom lane. And keep your flowers. Oh man, I don't think. Oh, he's gonna get dove on. 4 guys rotating down below, but no minions. Good clear, good recovery.
for Finn, but Clive needs to go back straight up again, man. Turtle will spawn back up now. BTR are the ones with the lead. Lynch, in that fight, he was still late. He's been late. He just needs to give up on the wave. It's okay. If he showed up earlier, he would have been a similar result. Luckily, they still pulled it off, but Lynch needs to get used to the tempo of MPL.
Oh, he's moving now.
Yep.
Rickon now trying to claim the turtle. Below 50% HP now. The turtle. Oh, that's an opening! That's a feather edge right. Ken finds Nile! Go and collect the turtle! And it's just like game one. Dewa United finds the domino effect at Turtle 2. 2 members off the board for Bigatron. And Lynch will fall as well as Ken finds the connection to take him down.
Kin's very low. Oh!
Oh!
It's just a free kill, man. No flicker for Kin. He tried to get close, but Rizzo was just spacing. BTR still keeping the lead at 300, but Dewa, that was a phenomenal fight, man. Great engage again. And they were just able to steamroll through, catching Nile, who's been recalling. Signature Nile recalls, but yeah, Dewa definitely got pissed off after that previous fight. And again, I gotta say, for Lynch, he keeps on waiting for Dewa to engage first. On the Sora, he used to be the one to go in first. They have a few of the Phoenix to combo it, and it would give Nile so much more room to make those plays. But again, Lynch, he was waiting in the turtle. He was actually behind Nile instead of walking up forward. And again, in that skirmish, even though he rotated quicker than in Turtle 2, he was still later than Kin.
All right, so we are sensing some hesitation coming in from Lynch. Let's see, after this 8th minute point in this game, if anything changes. But again, I do agree. Man, Dewa so clean with it. Oh, okay, still gonna be able to get out of that. Kin unable to open up that engage. Dolan, I think, is looking for that moment, but in the end, Dewa have their eyes on the objective. That tower is gonna fall in the hands of Dewa.
Now it's back to the waiting game. This is what we're going to see more from Dewa, man. They're not a team that would just go for random fights. After they get an objective, they want to just go and chain it together, right? Once you get the turtle, they zone in, they move up together, cut the lane, and go for the structural objectives down below, the turret, tier 1. And then they cut top as well, you saw earlier. Now it's Lord, and they're going to just do that again. It's just all about objectives for Dewa. Team fights, yes, but team fights for objectives, not random team fights across the map like we used to see from them.
Okay, but what are we waiting for? Are we for sort of power spike?
For BTR?
For both.
For Dewa, we're waiting on the baby. He's not even online yet, but he's already 004. He's getting a lot of gold in his pockets, man. So once he gets the corrosion sight, he's going to start doing some big damage. So he's just going to have to be careful, even Clive. And again, Clive should be the one ahead in this matchup against the Claude. You're not going to have as much consistent damage as a Claude later on in the game. You're going to get outscaled, man. You're going to have to try to, like, outskill him. And right now, it doesn't look like he has the capacity to outskill maybe. Maybe he's looking really good this game.
He's already involved as well in the setup for the next objective. The Lord Dance has begun. We saw an item being built up by Riza as well, that lightning going for a little bit more damage. That should help. The fact that the range is huge as well, if they're going to be able to set it up properly with Lynch, that might be a problem for Dewa. Let's see if that happens.
Now, isolated in the front, looking for a cover. Good enough now. Damage is not there. That's maybe possible. Blazing Duet is able to get out. Still 5v5, folks, as the Lord has already spawned in the land of Dawn, and both teams here looks for a reset.
Why doesn't the combo feel like it's hitting here, though? Because we saw the Furious Phoenix, and then we saw Lynch follow up. But that combo just didn't hit properly. Why?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Lynch who goes in first. At this point, they were aware of it, right? They got caught by it once. The second time it could have landed, they just went in first. So when they saw that BTR had an angle to go in, they just started splitting up. That's why it was difficult for Lynch to go for. He knows he's not going to find more than 3 members, or even 3 at that point. Or 3.5.
Keep in mind, Octa, no flicker. Bigatron, they must keep tabs on this, and that's going to be an opening. Feather Edge right popped. Dolan now will be able to reposition both teams again. Looks for a reset.
Yeah, also utilizing the Feather Edge. Trying to push in that top lane first. Lynch still there on standby. I'm talking and thinking about the bottom side of the map. It looks like they've sent Clive to handle it, but yes, the Swift Trinity picked up now.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just... Sending Yusuf Shin down below is not a good idea.
Oh, they're going in here. That's going to be the pop ult here. Oh, Kin very low. Dolan still able to clutch that retry. Will be traded with Kin though. Now it's going to be a 4v5. Bigatron, they want to close out the distance. Will they be able to do so as Lynch will be the one to fall? Weza survives. Down goes Finn. Dolan suddenly taken down, but maybe collects the double.
2-for-3 trade. Dewa pick up the Lord. Nile tried to go for the swift movements on the Lancelot, but unfortunately he got taken down in response to that. Problem is now maybe still alive, so going through these turrets will be quite easy for Dewa. As the Feather Airstrike opened up, he's taken to half health. Imagine that.
It just was super messy for BTR, dude. They sent Clive into the bottom lane, but they want to fight, so Clive was late. Couldn't deal much damage, and he came in as the team was dead, right? Then after that, he couldn't go in. Nile was left alone.
Oh, no, Lynch caught again. Ladies and gentlemen, Dewa United looks for a 2-0 in their sights. Definitely top base cert will be the first one to fall here out of the three. And Dewa United playing disciplinedly. High pops the massive shot. Now goes the mid-turret. That's going to be Bigatron focusing to take the Lord down. Feather Airstrike is here. Has been taken very low. Glorious Pathway forced to be used, maybe. With the Wind of Nature, looks for an opening. But they will defend their bottom base turret.
That's 2 inhibitors taken down though.
Yep, and it's the far lane.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna be spawning on the bottom side of the map, so again, if they... I mean, we saw in that previous escape as well that it didn't work out according to their plan as well. Clive sent to the bottom side, and now it's gonna be even worse because they don't have the inhibitors turret on the opposite side. Did they send Nile
It's GG. Well, okay. I think it is. Firstly, I think it is. I really think the morale of these rookies is starting to waver here, especially for Lynch, man. He's been late on so many fights. It just feels bad, you know. I don't know, his debut up against Kin. I don't know if it's the best choice now that, you know, after seeing it. So, letting the Clive debut against Baby, letting Lynch debut against Kin, possibly like the best individual XP laner in lane. Lynch got cooked in lane, and everyone else, Mesa, Octa, Colin, everyone's doing just such a good job this game. Then the Wind of Nature is already done for Maybe. He can do whatever he wants, man. The Melted Gun, very soon built up as well. Riza is promising, though. His positioning is great. His spacing is amazing. Great usage of skills. The itemization, I mean, it's just a classic build. But all right. I think the Clive and Lynch is really too passive here. It's just way too passive.
If anything, it's a learning curve.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? But yes, in this particular game, it is looking quite difficult for BTR to look for an opportunity, look for a comeback. There's still the combination that we were referring to before between Sora as well as Zetian. Can they look for that? Is that something that we can expect? I mean, you can see Dewa have adapted really well. They're not clumping up against one another. They're trying to prevent that combination from hitting. So it is not just BTR unable to look for these moments, but Dewa United are also figuring out ways to make sure that it doesn't happen.
The first 3 turtles and the first Lord, I'd say yes, they'll still have enough damage with that combo. Now, even if they get that combo, I don't think they'll have enough damage. I think Dewa have already built proper items to evade against it. 4,000 gold lead, Wind of Nature as well, right? So maybe he's not gonna die. Dolan's tanky. Moeza's tanky. Kin's very sustainable. Octa sure. Octa can still die, but he's not more than I don't think so. He's building towards a winner crown.
They're blitzing it.
Yeah, now show top earlier. Dolan will collect the Lord. My goodness, that's a stun. Oh, man! That's a set by Bigatron.
Nope.
Will it be enough, though? Maybe in the back, looking for a kill, but he will get shut down. His pin tanky enough. Collects the wait. Right. Very messy, but Clive got in, even with immortality, trying to buy time for his team as Dewa United will shuffle their damage on towards Finn. Down goes the horse, and Ken in the front lines looks for a kill on towards Lynch. Lynch trying to hold on, 10 seconds for Riza, but it will not be enough. Ladies and gentlemen, a sweet victory, a sweet debut for Dolan as they collect the 2-0 victory.
The Dark Horses of MPL ID Season 17 have done it on their debut match against BTR. Clean. Super clean. GG, Mirko.
Man, that was...
Your goat!
My goat. Still my goat. My goat still. They're rookies, 100%. We have excuses. But no, that was a learning curve. It's a very tough lesson to learn. You're debuting against Kin, dude, right? Lynch, yeah, he's definitely got a lot to learn. Debuting against Kin, he got slapped in the face by a guy who was a contender for Rookie of the Season last season. And Clive as well, up against the guy who was complimented by Kelra, alright? Maybe, who's also went on his own arc of, growth from being a promising rookie to now being a guy that we're hyping up, a team that we think are going to be top this season. Dark Horse for sure, could be a top 2 season for them. Because, man, Dolan's looking clean, he's smart, he's intelligent on both. He was mechanically gifted, he was smart, but on the Grenadier, he played it clean, he played it to the objective. They were good. They were really good. I'm impressed by Dewa despite going up against, maybe a lot of people are like, okay, it's the rookies, but no, this is an impressive game. Seriously though, a lot of things to take in for this game. Later on, we'll definitely have to break it down in the replay.
Go out.
It's a processing, man.
Me too! No, I'm so happy for Dewa. I'm so happy for Dewa.
What did they do in me? But unfortunately, like you said, Miracle.
Because there was also doubt surrounding this team.
Too passive,
but let's talk to them. Let's talk to Dewa United up on stage.
Anak Dewa, inilah dia. Perdana dari Dewa United dan kemenangan menyapu bersih tim Bigatron.
Give it up for Dewa. They went for a clean sweep. They got a clean sweep against BTR.
Ini dia ya, kita sudah melihat match pertama dari teman-teman Dewa
finally got
United.
to witness
Tapi sekarang mungkin
Dewa's
kita langsung ngobrol-ngobrol
first
aja. Aku
match.
pengen langsung ke arah Dolin.
Dolin.
Hai.
Halo, Dolin.
Halo, Bude.
Dolin, gimana rasanya match pertama kamu langsung disapu bersih? Bagaimana
How does it
perasaannya,
feel?
Dolin?
Your first match in MPO and you got a clean
Senang
sweep.
sih. Soalnya kan
happy.
bad ya.
I'm up against
Itu line
BTR.
up mereka yang
My ex team.
teman-teman.
They deployed the lineup with all my friends in MDL.
Melawan teman yang dulu satu tim sama kamu.
How does it feel going up against your ex teammates?
Senang.
I don't know, I'm just happy.
Ada rasa kayak, aduh ini teman sendiri lagi nggak?
Yo, feeling of like, oh man, I don't want to beat them because they're my friends. No, I'm
Tapi
happy.
penasaran sih. Kamu tahu nggak mereka yang akan diturunkan untuk hari
Did
ini?
you know
mereka
that they
yang
were
akan
going to be
kamu
deployed
lawan hari
today?
ini.
Did you know that you were going to be playing up against them?
Nggak tahu sih tadi
No.
sebelumnya. Soalnya kan pas
We didn't know.
hari Jumat kemarin yang main line up yang
Because when
satu
they
lagi.
played on Friday, they play with Moreno, Iman,
Jadi
and
kamu
Shogun.
expect-nya akan line up yang kemarin
So
dan
did you
hari
expect-
ini malah kawan-kawanmu yang turun.
You expected day one
Yeah,
lineup,
betul.
but today
Apa
your friends
responmu tuh tadi?
played. So what's your reaction?
Jadi lumayan sedikit kaget lah mereka
I was
yang
pretty
main.
surprised. I was pretty
Mereka
surprised
main.
that they were
Berarti
playing.
kamu udah tahu dong cara mereka bermain tadi. Apa yang kamu katakan kepada
So
teman-temanmu
you
tadi?
know how they play, right? You know how they work. What did you tell your
GG.
friends about them? GG.
Oke guys, udah tahu nih saya cara main kawan-kawan. Tapi ada perbedaan nggak sih dari gameplay teman-temanmu?
Is there a difference
Atau udah
from
kebaca semua sama Dolin?
is there a difference from your ex-teammates playstyle, or is it still the
Hampir
same?
sama, mungkin sedikit berbeda ya sekarang.
Yeah, it's a bit different, but it's
Oke,
pretty similar
baiklah.
still.
Hampir sama tapi tetap ada perbedaan. Dan di sini di MPL Arena kita sudah mendengar banyak banget ya sorak-sorai dari teman-teman anak Dewa yang benar-benar memberikan semangat untuk teman-teman dari Dewa United.
We got the Dewa fans in the
Ya,
building giving
sekarang
them
ini juga
support.
perdana bagi Dolin di MPL Arena bersama tim Dewa United. Perdanamu setelah menjuara
Dolin, this is
MPL,
the debut
lalu
for you.
naik ke panggung MPL.
You won
Apakah
MPL
ini
last
sebuah
season, and
achievement,
now you are
dreams
in
come true?
MPL.
Atau bagaimana untuk Dolin?
How does it feel playing on the MPL stage?
Bermain di panggung MPL.
Mimpi yang jadi kenyataan lah.
It's a dream come true for
Sampai
me.
bisa masuk MPL juga.
You know, being able to play on the
Luar
MPL stage.
biasa sekali, mimpi yang jadi kenyataan. Sekarang mimpi indah pula ya. Iya, indah banget.
It's a very
Dimulai
good
langsung
debut. It was a
2-0
beautiful
lagi.
debut from you, Dolin.
Iya. Makin-makin indah berarti ya. Oke, sekarang kita bergeser sedikit ke Mueza. Halo, Mueza.
Halo, Mueza.
Halo, Bude.
Gimana nih kamu cara mendekatkan diri ke player baru? Awal-awal gimana sih untuk membangun chemistry?
How did you build the chemistry with the new players, Mueza?
Kan player barunya nggak terlalu banyak ya.
We don't have
Jadi
too
kayak
many new players,
ya
you know.
kita adaptasi
So,
sama si Dolin juga
we adapted to Dolin
gampang.
pretty
Soalnya dianya
quickly,
juga
pretty easily,
mau lah
because
berbaur sama kita.
Dolin,
Kayak gampang
Dolin's
dibercandain
chill
juga.
with it, you know.
Jadi
Chills
kayak
with
nggak
us.
terlalu yang
He's very
susah
chill.
gitu buat build chemistry.
So it wasn't very
Berapa
difficult to
lama
build
sih
chemistry. It was
untuk build
pretty
chemistry
easy.
Totalnya, in total?
Berapa ya? 3 bulan lah mungkin.
It only took us 3 months to
3
build our
bulan.
chemistry.
Sekarang
yeah.
udah deket tapi.
Udah lah.
Oh, you guys close now? Yeah, we're
Sudah jadi
close.
Sobat Karib. Tapi kalau berarti dari segi line up, nggak terlalu
From
banyak
the lineup.
perubahan ya. Sedikit aja. Dan juga dari coaching staff, ada penambahan. Dan untuk Dewa United sendiri, Mueza, apa yang kamu fokuskan untuk kembangkan di season
Mueza,
17?
what did you focus on improving for season 17?
Mungkin apa ya? Mungkin disiplinnya kali ya.
It's just the discipline,
Jadi
really.
kayak kalau misalnya kita udah leading gitu-gitu.
When
ya
we're
kita
leading, you know,
lebih
how
disiplin
to
lah
close
mainnya.
out games, how to stay
Oh.
disciplined,
Objective
don't, you know,
gameplay.
how to be
Ngomong
objective.
tentang leading, tadi di game kedua,
You were leading in game 2.
kita ngelihat kalian sempat kewalahan
And we
awal-awal
saw you earlier on, like
Ya,
in Turtle
sedikit
2,
yang di-
you got,
Ya tadi di turtle.
yeah, you
Di
got,
Turtle.
you
Tapi
know,
gimana tuh caramu
overwhelmed by BTR.
berhasil untuk ngebalikin
How did you
keadaan?
turn the tides back in your
Ya
favor?
kita adjust aja sih Bude. Tadi kenapa maksudnya warnya
Yeah, we
tadi
just
kalah
adjusted, you
kenapa.
know, we
Jadi
adapted
kita langsung
to it.
adjust gitu di
We
game. Kita
we
langsung
solved the
ngeplan lagi.
problem on the
Tapi
go.
ini Glue untuk sebagai roam, apakah Glue memang
So,
seversatile itu akan
Glue
rame
as a
menjadi
roamer,
roam?
is it just
Mueza?
that versatile? Is it that good as a roamer?
Bisa jadi sih. Mungkin
Yeah,
karena
maybe.
lucu aja kali. Skinnya
Maybe
kan
it's just because
Patrick.
it's cute, you know, because of Patrick.
Pada rebutan ya? Rebutan
Lucu.
Patrick.
Ya lari-larian.
It's cute, you
Ada
know,
burgernya
Patrick's cute.
soalnya, stucknya.
Bagus banget ya alasannya, karena lucu ya, memang benar lucu sih Bude, nggak salah juga sih Bude, ini benar-benar lucu. Tapi kalau dari Okta sendiri, hai
Okta.
Okta.
Halo, Okta.
Langsung kaget lah Okta di sini. Gimana Okta? Hari pertama langsung mengamankan
How was it, Okta?
2-0.
Ya, alhamdulillah
First
aja
day
sih,
you gotta
Bude.
win 2-0. Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
just thank God.
Alhamdulillah. Kira-kira ada perbedaan nggak sih kalau dari Okta sendiri dari season lalu dan juga
Is there a
season ini?
difference from last season to this
Perbedaan,
season?
dari perbedaan ada sih, soalnya jungler kita baru kan.
We
Terus
just have
rookie
a
juga di
new
season
jungler, he's a
di
rookie, so
MPL
that's
ini.
the only
Jadi
change
ya
that we have.
ada perbedaan
But
pasti.
there is a
Oke,
change for
kalau
sure.
kita masih membahas tentang perbedaan di sini ya. Ada nggak sih tim-tim yang menurut Okta sendiri, wah ini sih formula
Is there-
terbarunya luar biasa
Is there a
banget.
team with a really
Tim
good
apa sih?
formula this season, you think?
Ya,
Okta.
udah jelas Onyx, tim Onyx.
Onyx.
Tim
I think for sure
Onyx
it's just
yang
Onyx.
benar-benar formula barunya menurut Okta gimana tuh?
Menurut saya pribadi sih bener-bener
In
monster
my
sih.
personal opinion,
Kalau
Onyx
ada
are just
Keller kan,
monsters. Yeah, they got
high
Kelra
mechanic.
too, the crazy high
Tambahan
mechanics.
satu, the gold standard.
Iya,
itu
gold standard.
bikin formula Onyx makin
Makin top lah.
top. Oh, makin
They're a
besar
top
berarti ya.
team.
Jadi tantangan besar, berarti ketika ada kedatangan itu, apa respon dari Maybe tuh?
So what's the
Kalau dari
response
Okta
from
kan
Maybe?
katanya
You know,
kedatangan
that Kelra is
sosok
now
gold
in
lane
MPL ID, is in
standar
Onyx.
Kelra membuat
You're gonna
Onyx
be in the same lane as
menjadi
Kelra?
Super.
Kalau gue makin semangatnya sih lawannya.
I'm more motivated for
Tetap
sure,
pede
man.
aja.
Tetap pede aja.
I'm still
Jadi
confident.
walaupun siapapun lawannya tetap semangat, tetap pede gitu ya.
Ya, apa pengen lawan Kelra juga.
Yeah, I really wanna
Udah
go
nggak
up against
sabar ya
Kelra.
Maybe ya. Sabar dulu, tahan dulu ya. Ternyata di sini Maybe yang udah gak sabar ya. Wow. Jadi Maybe udah gak sabar pengen lawan Kelra.
Ya pengen ngerasain.
Pengen ngerasain.
So yeah, I really wanna-
baik.
I really
Jadi
wanna
pastinya
feel
sudah
the
mempunyai
matchup.
gameplay surprise kah buat Kelra? Spesial
You have a
untuk
surprise
Kelra?
for Kelra?
Lihat aja nanti.
Lihat aja nanti. Oke.
Just
baik.
keep an eye on
Kalau begitu.
the matchup.
Iya, tapi kalau kita ngeliat memang Dewa United season 17, Okta ini serem banget ya. Tadi game pertama kalian
Okta.
berhasil mendominasi tim
You're crazy.
Bigetron. Game kedua
You were
pun
dominating
kalian
Bigetron
berhasil
game
menahan
1.
keunggulan
Game
awal yang
2,
sempat
you got an
didapatkan
early
Bigetron.
lead.
Lalu kalian ini
But then
juga
again, there's
dominasi
a
di
slump,
game
but then
pertama.
you kept on
Okta,
dominating. But game
mainmu
1,
juga buset.
you're dominant and
Ini
you played
Okta makin
really
improve
good.
lagi ya Okta ya.
Amin,
You
semoga
improved
aja
again,
improve sama
Okta.
konsisten buat kami berlima, Bude.
Hopefully we just
Buat
keep on,
berlima.
improving and hopefully we
Tapi
can stay
apa sih yang
consistent,
membuat
all 5 of
kalian
us.
bisa mendominasi Bigetron? sebegitunya. Langsung 2-0.
How did you
Oka.
dominate BTR? You got 2-0
Soalnya
win
kata
against
Dolin
them.
dia ada support systemnya bude datang.
Dolin says he got a support system
Oke,
here in the
langsung
building.
jadi teman-teman langsung ngerangkul bareng-bareng gas.
Ya, benar.
Nah, benar langsung ya. Oke, sekarang mungkin kita akan bergeser sedikit ke Kin. Hi, Kin.
We're gonna ask Kin a question now. Kin, hello.
Hello. Oke, Kin.
Kin.
Wow, ini teriakannya luar
Got
biasa
so
ya
many
di
Kin
sini
fans
ya.
in the building,
Mewah
bro.
ya, keren banget. Based on last season, your win rate of Arlot is 83%. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so what do you think about that? Why Bigatron still give you Arlot for this season?
I don't know. I don't want to use Arlot anymore.
Bentar, Kin nggak mau pakai Arlot nih. Kenapa?
Udah malas main Arlot. Udah jago.
Oh, he's already, dang, dude.
Udah
He doesn't want to
tamat
play
ya?
Arlet anymore. He's already
Udah
good at
tamat.
Arlet. That's what he said. Dang.
Pusnya udah sampai mentok ternyata
W, Kid.
Arlotnya. But what do you expect for this season? Apa kepenginnya apa? What do you want? Arlot udah.
Sora.
Sora. Oke. Soranya belum bosen?
Belum.
Belum.
Nah, I'm not bored of Sora yet.
Oke, Kin, mungkin kalau dari Kin sendiri nih, apa yang pengen kamu improve dari game yang tadi?
What do you want to improve from that game, Kin?
I think the discipline.
The
discipline.
discipline. Oke, jadi pas aku tanya kira-kira dari Kin apa nih yang pengen diubah mengenai match yang tadi ataupun game yang tadi, jawabannya adalah disiplinnya. Jadi akan sedikit diketatin lagi, akan dinaikkan, akan ditingkatkan kembali disiplinnya. Yes, dan kalian menjadi tim terakhir yang bermain dari 9 tim. Dan hari ini kalian membuka dengan 2-0.
You got a 2-0 win today,
Bude
guys.
mau tanya di sini, dari ke-9 tim ini bagaimana kalian melihat persaingannya? Apakah sesuai
Out of the
dengan
9 teams in MPID, what do you think about the competitiveness
ekspektasikan
this season?
dan kalian disebut-sebut sebagai
You guys are,
kuda
everybody's
hitam?
saying that you're
Kalian
going to be at the
menerima
dark horse.
kuda hitam
You
itu?
accept the fact that you are being called or being mentioned as
Nggak
dark
tahu juga
horse.
sih Bude, kalau misalnya mereka bilang kita kuda hitam ya kita tetap
don't
di
really know.
stage-nya ya do the best aja lah.
Yeah, if they think we're a dark
the
horse,
best.
it doesn't really matter. We're just going to do our
Oke,
best.
tetap do the best aja. Nah, ini dia nih. Mungkin bisa menjadi last question kita, di mana kan
be the last
kalau
question.
misalnya kita dengar salah satu podcast ya, banyak yang
We
bilang,
heard the podcast.
seperti yang tadi Bude bilang bahwa kalian adalah kuda hitam, tapi
A lot of people
ada
say that
satu
you're a dark
orang
horse.
nih ya, salah satu coach,
But there's
ini
one
correct
guy,
me if I'm wrong
one
ya,
coach.
salah satu coach itu bilang bahwa sepertinya Dewa bukan salah satu yang kuda hitam deh.
Someone
Nah,
says
apa
that
tanggapan
you
kalian
are
tentang
not
itu?
a dark horse this season.
Iya nggak terlalu mikirin sih.
Yeah, I don't
Kita
really-
lebih
we
fokus
don't
ya udah
really
kita
think
tim
about
kita main
that.
aja.
We
Ya
just think about how we
pakai
play.
hasil aja lah lihat.
We just, we're just going
Jadi
to prove them with
dibuktikan hanya
results.
oleh hasil gitu ya?
Iya.
Oke, baik, luar biasa sekali. Baiklah, ini dia. Kalau begitu, marilah kita sambut bersama-sama
Here it is.
pemenang dari match
Dewa.
pertama kita di hari yang ketiga, Dewa United! Wow, begitu cepat tim Dewa United menyelesaikan match yang pertama. Tapi jangan kemana-mana dulu karena Bude dan Sabila akan memberitahu kalian sesuatu. Sesuatu yang membuat kalian makin happy. Inilah dia GoPay hadiah GG. Pastinya bukan cuma teman-teman super fans saja yang gak sabar, aku juga gak sabar. Boleh gak sih aku ikutan juga? Jangan dong, mending kita langsung aja kasih tahu caranya. Caranya gimana? Inilah dia. Cara untuk mendapatkan GoPay secara cuma-cuma untuk kalian, tinggal siapin device kalian, tinggal download aplikasi GoPay, unduh aplikasi GoPay. Setelah kalian punya, Bude yakin pasti udah punya di sini. Siapkan kamera dan buka, arahkan kepada layar putih yang ada di depan. Selanjutnya klik buka hadiah. Dan kalau kalian udah klik, otomatis saldo GoPay akan masuk ke akun kalian. Yes, kita sudah lihat di sini sudah pada terangkat ya smartphone-nya, sudah pada ready. Kalau gitu langsung saja kita spill dalam 3, 2, 1, silahkan. Boleh ya teman-teman semua kalau misalnya udah dapat gopenya langsung ditunjukin ya. Langsung dipamerin ke yang lain. Oke, kita lihat udah ada yang dapat, luar biasa sekali di sini. Banyak banget yang dapat ternyata ya. Yang belum dapat ayo cepetan di-scan sekarang juga. Ini benar-benar deh di sini langsung pada nge-scan semua Bude.
Iya, bagaimana tidak ya, ini setiap harinya ada GoPay hadiah GG dan kita bisa makin GG bersama GoPay. Makin pada happy, makin pada seru.
Ya, banyak banget ya yang dapat
iya
tuh dia tuh. Di sana ada, di sebelah kiri ada.
Ngumpul.
Full semua dapat.
Congratulations pokoknya yang udah dapat.
Yes, gak cuman itu aja Bude. Tapi GoPay juga akan kasih hadiah lagi. Wih, hadiah tambahan. Nah, hadiah tambahannya apa sih? Jadi, untuk kalian semua yang nonton di rumah ataupun yang hadir ke MPL Arena, kalau misalnya kalian melihat adanya Perfect Turtle dan juga Difference 10K Gold, langsung aja buru-buru ke sosial media dari MPL Indonesia. Karena untuk yang Perfect Turtle itu akan ada 5.000 diamond.
Wow.
Tapi untuk yang Difference 10K Gold akan ada 10.000 diamond. Jadi langsung ya kalau kalian lihat langsung buka untuk sosial media MPL Indonesia.
Iya, itulah dia banyak banget yang tentunya bisa kalian dapatkan. Tapi kita kepengen tahu juga, ingin mendapatkan insight bagaimana tim Dewa United menundukkan tim Biketron. Langsung saja, caster, monggo.
Thank you so much, Bude Clara. Thank you so much, Sabil. And of course, congratulations once again to Dewa United for that first match 2-0 clean victory to open up the season.
Gotta be honest with you, this team of Dewa United is low-key growing on me. They're so humble like myself, so I want to see them. I want to see their journey this season.
I didn't know you were a comedian. Now.
I wasn't being funny though.
Well, you should then, because you're pretty funny.
But yeah, you said you wanted to talk about a lot of things for BTR?
No, I was just yapping, you know, because that's our job.
Oh.
No, but like, no,
Okay,
seriously.
skip it.
They got a good combo, bro. I still feel like they got a good combo. But unfortunately, they just didn't execute the plan well.
So let's just give over MVP.
Who's the MVP?
Presented to you by the official gaming phone in Phoenix. It's Mueza!
Well deserved.
Yep.
Very solid performance, especially game 2. I was also, like Mirko, doubted the glue pick.
Yeah.
But still, the Lancelot first phase doesn't sit right with me.
It really just seems like maybe now it's like, yo, coach, you know, you're letting me play with the MPL guys. Let me play whatever I want. It's like, okay, sure. This is just really weird. Yeah, I agree with you. The first phase Lance was already weird, but I think after seeing the game, maybe it's not that weird, Gani, because Lynch is very late to these turtle fights consistently. I thought game 1 could be jitters. Now game 2, it could still be jitters, but there's you need a, you know, when will it be? Where will be the improvement, right? Because you have Shogun as a competitor. If you don't show up quickly, you might not play again, ever. Shogun, in his first season, was phenomenal, bro. He was Rookie of the Season. He's the guy who beat Kin to get Rookie of the Season.
Yep.
So, a very high bar, unfortunately for Lynch. That, unfortunately, as well, he couldn't reach. But for Riza, I think this is pretty impressive, you know? As a Zetian, he played it very safe, great positioning, great timing on the Fury of the Phoenixers as well, combos all throughout, but Clive, same thing, man. The side laners, just unfortunately, they are coming into MPL with ridiculous expectations. They have to replace Emman and Shogun. So already, that is something that is impossible in my eyes. I'm the BTR GOAT man here, right? So I know. Emman, Shogun, they're too good at it, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, not in the first game. They won't be able to do it in the first game. Dolan, however, wow. I really just think he's smart with it, you know? Very smart, very mechanical, very calculated as well. And this is his first game. I definitely saw jitters in this game, but the fact that Dewa, like you mentioned, Gani, they're also humble. They already bonded together. Not you, Dewa. Gani tapped himself earlier and smiled, so you know I don't want to take that. But yeah, the whole team really supported Dolin, you know, gave him enough space to do everything. Octa really improved so much, man. Remember when he was in RQ, his debut, playing Vexanas, and everybody was hating on him?
Yeah.
Man,
Look at him now.
look at Dewa now.
We even brought that up last season.
Yeah.
Right?
But I thought that was his limit. I thought, okay,
That peak.
he reached his peak.
Okay.
He's not gonna be better. And then this season, Octa is playing like this.
I really wanted to discuss Nile.
Okay.
I don't know. Nile, for me, feels like...
Overrated?
No.
Oh.
He's good, but I feel like there's like this young ego about him.
Yeah.
And I thought that ego was gone. But like the moves that he made early game, is it still there? Is it still lingering inside him? Like
I think it's still there. I think it's the reason he's kept in the lineup. I think actually
it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing.
That's what you need to. That's what you want to have in the lineup when you have consistent players like Shogun, Moreno, and Man.
Right.
See, like when you have that lineup, you're like, okay, sure, do your thing, Nile. But then when you put them in this lineup and everybody's still, trying to find their rhythm in MPL, it looks glaring because that dive in mid, getting picked up by Mueza, getting punished by Mueza, then you're like, oh man, that's such a standout, right? But usually it doesn't stand out as much because they're winning, because the whole team is able to support him in doing that, The carry, rich guy, maybe. He was very excited to go up against Kelra, and he's even more motivated to play this season because of Kelra. I like hearing that, and man, Kin, this guy's growing on me as well. He's already, up there as like one of my favorite XPs in Indo, but after that interview, he's starting to he can say something. He can say words, bro. He can be like, yeah, I'm bored of Arlet. I want to play Sora, I don't know why they gave me the Arlet. It's just a win for me. And like, Sabila was like, yo, you have an 85% win rate?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean, bro? Of course I do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm Kin, yo.
Lihat nih. Barang nih. Bisa nggak? Bisa. Barang lu.
Barang lu gue nggak ulti ya, gue nggak ulti.
Ya, nggak usah. Masih bisa gue tat.
Bisa, iya lihat gue ya.
Gue ultiin langsung nih. Leonnya no retri no ulti ya.
Lihat nih.
Di sini belakang guys, Leo guys.
Lihat YSS.
Sabar tat. Mati nggak ya?
Nice.
Teman rata kok.
Rata ya.
Rata. Leo tuh.
Nice.
Bisa end double sih tuh.
Ya.
Bisa. End double guys.
Nice one, alhamdulillah.
Nice one.
Boleh.
Bisa bersih guys, bersih sih gua. Ini high loss depan. Udah guys ya. Lihat nih. Gak bisa ya? Guys.
Aman nggak? Cabut.
Gua cabut sih. Gua bisa cabut sih. Bisa pick up gua nggak? Low banget. Bisa pick up gua guys?
Bisa.
Bisa ke N-nya itu. Enggak sih. Ini iya sus guys.
Ya
aja heal aja guys, ketinggalan dia. Iya sus guys. Ngejas ya sus nih. Tadi gua.
Ini high loss.
Mati semuanya bisa N-nya kita ya. Saya bisa.
End.
Alhamdulillah ya Allah.
Does Kin say anything? Or have I not registered his voice yet?
I don't think he says anything. Because I asked him in the interview as well, right? Like, so he does communicate, but only when he needs to.
Okay, I like that.
But he can't speak Indo. You heard earlier, right? Malas pakai Arlot.
Obviously, shot caller Mueza.
Yes.
We hear that. Like, he has the final call.
Very vocal.
Octa, very vocal.
Mid-roam, natural.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't hear anything from Kin. So I was like, have I just not registered his voice in game yet? Or is he not
Have a
saying
very
anything?
calm.
Yeah.
Very like
Very. You heard it in an interview
mechanical, like very.
Right, you heard it in an interview too. Moeza was like, yeah, we're disciplined now. I think Moeza used to have like more flair. He used to be like, yeah. No?
That's true. But let's take a look at what Alyssa has to say for us.
Leonile, ini kekalahan pertama di week yang pertama untuk coach.
This is the first loss for
Gimana nih
Bigatron
hari
in the first week.
Apakah ada rasa kecewa sedikit
Do you
atau
think there's a
justru
little
pengen
bit of
comeback
disappointment or you want to come back
Jujur happy hari ini, karena justru bersyukur ada keadaan kayak gini gitu, kayak
I like
ingetin lah
that,
untuk belajar hari ini. Sama sebenarnya seneng sih tetap mereka berani untuk team fight karena terutama untuk 3 anak ya kan.
I think for the 3 MDL kids, I'm pretty happy that they're able to take some fights.
Oke, ini menarik sekali karena memang ada
Because you're new.
3
Okay,
baru,
you
roster
guys
baru nih dari MBL
deployed
juga yang
3
dibawa ke sini.
rookies
Apakah
today.
itu salah satu mungkin faktor yang menyebabkan hari ini mungkin
Do you think
ada
that's the
sedikit,
reason,
kita bisa bilang
today-
mencari experience baru nih dari BTR untuk bawa formula baru juga ke MPL ini?
So
Silakan.
is it just new
Karena
experience?
sebenarnya target kita di playoff ya, bukan di regular season. Jadi kayak kita
Our
pengen
target is
boosting
playoffs, not
mentality
regular
dan belajar
season.
aja
So
sih mentality.
we're trying to
Kita
learn
pengen keep up
as we
mereka,
go. We're
pengen
trying to
kasih
build
tahu
a mentality
kayak,
for the
this is
players.
MPL stage gitu.
And we're trying to show them, this is the
This
MPL stage. It's very different.
Alright, tapi kalau misalkan kita melihat juga nih di podcastnya Mirko nih, kayak
If
coach
we
sempat
look
mampir
at
juga
Mirko's
dan
podcast with
sempat
you,
juga
Coach.
memposisikan Dewa di ranking-ranking yang agak
and you-
bawah nih. Tapi
you put
hari ini
Dewa
nampaknya
and,
Dewa
pretty
berhasil
low.
mengalahkan BTR dengan skor 2-0.
But they were
Gimana
able to
nih
beat
coach?
BTR 2-0.
Bagus lah gameplay Dewa dan mereka berani juga
they were pretty good.
lebih berani lah di season ini gitu.
They're
Kayak
very
lebih rapi
brave
juga gitu.
this
Ya,
season.
kita mengakui kekalahan kita hari ini lah. Tapi
We,
next
yeah,
time boleh coba
for
lagi.
sure. We
Boleh
definitely lost
coba
today.
lagi ya.
We'll
Oke,
accept that.
nggak apa-apa.
But we'll bounce back.
Kita juga penasaran nih, kenapa coach sebenarnya melepas Fanny Dolin?
Why
Karena
did
padahal
you
sebenarnya
leave
itu
Dolin's
salah satu
Fanny
yang
open?
start win
Because,
rate-nya cukup
he
tinggi.
won 100% win rate with you
Dan kita
back in
tahu mantan
MPL.
pemainnya jago Fanny juga dan Arlot Kin pun juga
Even,
dilepas nih 2
Kin
kali.
with the Arlet,
Jadi,
it was left
dikasih
open.
tahu reasonnya kenapa nih coach?
Can we get an
Balik lagi
explanation?
sini sebetulnya bukan soal
Yeah, back
kita
again.
udah siap lah, udah prepare gitu.
We're ready, you know,
Latihannya
for-
udah
for
prepare
those
buat
picks.
lawan Arlo Tekin dan
We
Fanny-nya Dolin
are
juga
ready
gitu.
to go up against
Tapi mungkin
Kid's
hari ini
Arlet.
belum
We're ready
maksimal aja
against
dari kita.
Fanny's
Cuman ya kenapa
Dolin's
Fanny
Fanny.
lepas? Karena sebenarnya kita berharap juga Nail dikasih kesempatan.
We were also
Nail bisa
expecting,
tunjukin
you know,
performa.
maybe they would let it go so that Nile
Namun
gets a
sayangnya
chance to
belum
play the
berhasil,
Fanny,
tapi
but
tidak apa-apa,
unfortunately
kita
that
akan
did
lihat
not
juga di
happen.
next week juga nih. Dan untuk coach sendiri, key takeaways yang kira-kira paling penting dari kekalahan hari ini
What's the
seperti apa nih,
biggest,
coach?
the most
Mungkin
important
boleh.
takeaway from
Key
today?
takeaways atau apa ya pembelajaran yang
key
kira-kira
takeaways from today.
bisa do better next week.
Pasti sih satu doang.